What's up, legends? How's everyone going? All right. I am froze my balls off tonight. Just got back from the game, and must say, have to say, I'm pretty satisfied with the result. Any time you beat this mob, it's satisfying. Let me just put my headphones in, guys. Just 1 second. All right, that's much better. Hopefully, I'm nice and loud and clear. Just give me the thumbs up, guys, if I'm nice and loud and clear. Funny things happen sometimes when I chuck these headphones in. Once I get that, okay, I shall proceed. All right, I think I'm all good. All right, as I was saying just before on Pies Footy, good to get 5 consecutive wins. Fantastic, albeit they haven't been against big teams, but we'll take it. You just got to take the wins. We're putting ourselves in a good position considering the choppy start to the season. But more importantly, thanks, Stefanos, for that. Loud and clear. Beautiful. More importantly, 6 consecutive wins against this fucking mob. 9 in the last 10, 21 in the last 25. So, safe to say, we absolutely own these shit kickers. A lot of good things to come out of this. A lot of bad things, some bad things as well. We'll focus on the good things, but we'll talk about the bad things too. Good things for me, Charlie West and Puncher at opposite ends of the ground. 2 young guys that can take a contested mark. How can you not love that? And the other young guys did well as well. You know, your Gus Anderson, Ed Allen in the middle keeps growing. You got Harvey Harrison, came back in. He did okay. Apart from that, Swaddling as well. There you go, another one. So this whole myth about us not having young players, there you go. I just named a few right there for you. Westy, that was so good to see, man. That's probably the highlight for me. He didn't set the house on fire, but 7 marks, 4 contested. He replaced Buller, who couldn't buy a mark. So there you go. Bo McCreary, look, guys, I have to boast. I am not going to be shy about this. I tipped it, mate. Bo was going to bounce back and he did with 15 and two goals as well. So there you go, his best game of the season. Some of the bad things, look, Sidey and Pendles, I'll have to say, I'd like to see them have a rest next week, see how they go. And look, I don't know what the free kick count was. Chronicles GBT will let me know the free kick count, but it just seems like, mate, the umpires hated us all night. Look, in that last quarter, we got a couple of free kicks that, gave us shots at goal. But apart from that, mate, blatant dives from Cripper and, oh, man, at the ground, like when you're watching it at the ground, you're watching it and you're seeing that, and it was so fucking obvious. But anyway, we got the chocolates. There's the score up there. Pies by 21. Skunk Membry, 3 majors. Were they all snaps? They were all snaps, weren't they? Fuck. McStay, 2 goals right at the start. McCreary with the 2. Ned Long, look, the whipping boy. But, I have to say, he did okay today. 2 goals. Westy, Geordie, Swaddling, Dan Houston, and Gus Anderson with singles. Who have they got as our best? Now, look, maybe you guys watched it when you watched it on telly. You maybe saw something different. they've given Cameron BOG for us. I have to disagree with that, but we will discuss that. We'll talk about that. Nick Dacos just did Nick Dacos things. Look, wow, McCreary in our best. I think, well, look, I'm pretty certain we haven't seen that this year, and I'm pretty certain we haven't seen that for a long time. Skunk, Membry, Houston, and Anderson in our best. Good to see Anderson getting in the best players. Look, you got to you got to mention this. Carlton were lost Mackay early. I didn't know about that until half time. Outside gate 3, I caught up with the jumper punch guys, Bocek, and he was telling me Mackay's out, and I'm thinking, wow, fuck, Mackay's out. And my comment to him was, mate, if we bottle this, and you guys haven't got Mackay, there's going to be serious questions asked. Not sure when Chera went off injured with a hammy, but who cares? Who cares about their injuries? We won. We fucking got the chocolates. That's all that counts. And on that note, Mr. Ultimate Greatness joins me on the panel. How are you, Sean?
I'm doing pretty good. Yourself, Mick?
Good, man. Good. Just got home. Fucking freezing, man. I know. Look, I took ages to say get the jumper on, but I had a massive jacket on. I've got the fucking portable heater right next to me. When you got a portable heater next to you with a fucking jacket as well, it just seemed a bit too much. But I am cold, but hopefully this garage warms up with this heater. Sorry, Sean. Okay, Sean, I've just rattled off all this gibberish. Please enlighten me on how it looked from the tally, because I was at the game and sometimes it's hard to get you're right there, but sometimes you're not seeing things that you see more clearly on tally. So give me your summation of the game, mate.
Yeah, it's again, it's a bit of an interesting one because I felt like we looked good, but we also looked I don't want to say bad, but we also looked a bit like, in terms of everything on paper, you can see where we're heading in terms of like our game plan. You can sort of see where, like, you can kind of see the vision. We're just not executing the vision perfectly. Like, we're getting closer every week, and yeah, it's definitely a thing where we're definitely building on it. And I can't. Oh, I mean, there was some moments where you could definitely get the vibes where Pressy mode was implemented, which I didn't obviously like.
Yeah.
But I felt like we were probably in control a fair bit. And it seems to be the term of being in control. It definitely seems like we're doing it a lot more over the last, like, how many wins is this in a row now? 5 wins in a row. So the last 5 weeks, this whole being in control, we seem to be doing it more and more. So I'm really grateful of that. There are still some people that still need to lift, but I feel like we're getting less passengers every week. So I don't know. I feel like we're building something pretty nice at the moment. Whether if it wins a flag, we'll see. Because in my mind, if you're not here to win a flag, then why are you here?
Yeah, I think I don't want to put a damper on things. We're not winning the flag, man. But
no.
Look,
in terms,
it'll be nice to give it a shape. Yeah, it will be nice.
But yeah, well, that's the thing. But I feel like if your intent is to not win the flag, well, then why are we watching? Exactly. And when I say and intent and then execution are two different things. Obviously, execution. Are we going to win the flag? No. But like at the end of the day, we need to be competitive. We need to hold this club to a certain standard, and we need to, not sort of accept, just average performances and, But yeah, no, a lot of the guys had really good games. Like, yeah, I know people in the chat are talking about Charlie West. Yeah, Charlie West for
just before you go. Sorry, Shawnee. Yeah. Sorry, Shawnee. I'm going to butt in because that's my cousin Theo on the chat there. He wrote off West. Yeah, he kept saying, "I don't see it." I know, mate. And fucking give it to
Kick
him.
Him off. No, but like in all seriousness, like West, and again, like that was also his first game back because he's been playing VFL for a fair bit. So for him to play the way that he did, that was a really good sort of return game. So even like Bo. I mean, Bo still had his moments, like for sure, but like that's probably the best in terms of his performances of recent times. That's the best I've seen him in a while. Probably, maybe even his best game for the year. Don't have too. I can't think about his season too much, just because I'm too tired right now. But in a loose way, I could probably say that's probably the best game for his for the year. And Allen also stepped up. I'm sort of waiting on Swollen to get some more minutes because I feel like he's also ready to step up soon enough. Even Long, when he went forward, he kicked 2 straight. So as much as that was pretty good to see. And I mean, some of his turnovers were pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. Like that definitely needs to. No, with Long when he was kicking
Ned Long. Sorry.
Yeah, because until I see anything different, he is a Braden Sear in my opinion. So that his turnovers did not help that narrative, or did not. Yeah, he's not beating the allegations on that right now. Thought even just to show some love to even someone like a Puncher. Puncher had another solid game. Didn't think he was out of place. Took that was it on the wing? He took that really good like one-on-one mark where he stretched out. Like that was pretty awesome. He's going to be. I think I said this last week that don't be surprised if when Moore comes back next season, if Moore gets back to his best, because Puncher is literally that Murphy / like sort of Nick Maxwell sort of type. So I wouldn't be surprised if that then makes Darcy kind of like a third tall. So Puncher takes the second, Frampton takes the main defender. So I just wouldn't be surprised if we see that next season. So that's pretty exciting. Tim Membry kicked the 3 goals. That was pretty nice to see. You know, someone that's out of contract and at an age where if he's not performing, he's probably going to get cut. So he's got a lot of pressure on him each week, and the fact he's performing, all the credit goes to him. I also feel like even McStay. So even like our forward line, it feels like our forwards are starting to get a bit of confidence as a unit. So again, more positive. So it's like out of this game, you wouldn't walk away from this game saying that we're going to win the flag or anything, but we definitely took a massive positive step, then probably a step in the other direction. But it's like at the end of the day, you can only I don't even know what round it is. It's 17, 18. So we're half a dozen games away from finals, and it's that's where you want to be playing your football, is in finals, and we're sort of gearing up hopefully for a big season. Hopefully we're there at the pointy end. Because as I said, if we're not playing in grand finals and we're not competing and we're not being the best version of ourselves, then there's no point being here. We might as well pack up and go and go do it and start another hobby elsewhere. So, awesome week this week, and we just got to keep building and keep going.
Yeah, it was good. Puncher, he's just integrated himself seamlessly into that defence, and it was a test for him tonight without Howie there. It was just him and Billy, and he stepped up, man. And it was good to see, albeit against opposition, which we have to say they're a fucking rabble, man. But you're still asking a lot from a young star that's just come in, and he did his job, and it'll be a much harder opposition next week, but he'll have Jeremy Howe next to him. So fucking what a fucking pickup! Just so wrapped with that. I've been corresponding with some Carlton supporters, and they're like, "Where the fuck did you get this bloke from?" They're talking about Puncher, Then they're talking about West. It's like, who the fuck is this guy? And I'm like, mate, we've known about him for all this time. And I told you on fucking last night, mate. I told you, mate, you'll know about it, mate.
Yeah,
All right, look, I'm just going to recap the whole match quickly from my notes that I took diligently from the stands. Now, from the first minute, all right, I've got to throw this in. Lipper, weak effort right in the first minute. I'm thinking, fuck me. But that doesn't matter because he was involved in getting the ball to Gus later on for McStay to kick a goal. Then a beautiful run through the middle from Nick to Geordie, who I'm pretty sure broke a tackle from Creeper and got it to McStay for another goal. McStay, bang, bang, 2 goals. Listen, Theo, you did not always fucking believe in Charlie West, mate. Please, mate. Own up to your, I've made fucking bad calls in the past too, mate. I said Alex Fasolo was going to be an absolute fucking superstar, mate. So there you go. All right. After that, Ed Allen, beautiful tackle, skunk, snaps a goal. Westy takes 2 nice clunks in that first quarter, and I'm thinking, fuck, how good's this, mate? Buller wasn't fucking doing this, man. Then Carlton get a goal, and then Sidey did something really dumb. Had the ball, and fucking, I don't know, he probably thought there was no one next to him, but there was someone on his hammer, and he got fucking, can't remember if he got pinged or whatever, but they got a goal out of it, I think. All right, second quarter. I was noticing they were killing us in the contest, and I'm thinking, oh man, why we're going through we went through a real shit phase there in that second quarter. Our inside 50s were fucking dog shit. Westy missed a goal from a tight angle, but close. But that was from a really convoluted setup. It's like, mate, do we have to work this hard against Carlton's fucking defence with some 18-year-old kid fucking taking intercepts? What the fuck's going on? But then Westy did get a goal through a lot of pressure up forward. But then Pendles turned it over in the back line. They got a goal. Bo kicked a goal from 50, and I was thinking to myself, fucking Bo's doing all right here. My tip's going to come good, man. Fuck. And the Carlton supporters were telling me, mate, they're fucking petrified of Bo. And we were telling him, nah, man, he's fucking shit, man. He's been shit for fucking 8 weeks. But you got to hand it to him, man. He fucking stepped up tonight. He did the pressure stuff. That goal from outside 50 was beautiful, mate. Crowd went fucking nuts. And then Ned Long. Ned Long's best game playing as that in the forward line. Look, it's the law of averages, man. You put someone, he's had so many chances up there. He's bound to play a good game against shit opposition, but he did well to set up Geordie for a goal. Then Skunk missed one, and then right at the end of that second quarter, Darcy Cameron just fucking, it was like, just gives the ball away right at the end, but lucky they missed. I'm pretty sure they missed that chance. Second half, Nick to McStay, he misses it. End-to-end Carlton goal. That incident where McStay took a nice clunking fucking mark. There was no fucking push in the back. Surely, on the television, that was not push in the back. Seriously, it couldn't have been, man. But anyway,
how cool was that mark too?
Yeah, man. It was a fucking monster of a mark. And, they said he pushed him, and Carlton went fucking coast to coast and scored a goal. And I'm thinking to myself, fuck, the CBAs, what's going on, man? All right, look, DC, he's there as our best player, but all I was noticing from the crowd was, what the fuck's going on? DC's actually jumping tonight, but he's jumping, and the hit-outs are going straight to Carlton players, and they're getting the ball out of the centre, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? But then it seems like, look, to me, it seemed like we started going like we tweaked something, and it was kind of like a chaos ball type game. And that culminated in us scoring 3 snaps in a row. Skunk, snap goal. Ned Long, another snap. And then Swadling, another snap. The ball was just fucking living in our forward line and bubbling about, and we were getting it out. That was followed by an absolute fucking, mate, Cripper dive that, mate, soccer fans will have fucking appreciated that, mate. Everyone that's been watching the World Cup, yeah, Cripper just dived, faked it. I think he kicked a goal after that.
And flexed for it too, mind you.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said to the Carlton supporter next to me. It's like, seriously, he just dived, kicked the goal, and then fucking celebrates it. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
You got lucky. Just kick the goal and just run back. Don't fucking take the piss now, mate. Oh man, that's unforgivable. That shit, man.
Yep.
Yeah. What happened after that? Skunk, another snap goal. Yeah. Last quarter, what I noticed, a nice intercept marked by Puncher. Houston gets a free, kicks a goal. Gus gets a free, kicks a goal. That's what the Carlton supporters are probably going to be moaning about. We got 2 free kicks and 2 goals. They'll probably both there. The Houston one maybe not, but I reckon the Gus one was there. That's when I noticed the Carlton faithful streaming out of the G, as I've seen in many times before. Pendle's got a 50-metre penalty but missed the shot. Then Gus missed the shot, but then Ned Long kicked the goal, sealed the win. And there you go. That's what happened today at the MCG. Go home, Carlton, as Matt says. Exactly. Yeah. What else we got here? So it was another good thing about this game. No injuries. Beautiful. Let's go into next week with a 5-day break. Very interested to see who comes in and out. Yeah, I reckon. What do you reckon, Shawnee? Do you reckon? I reckon Pendles and/or Sidey get rested for this one.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of should it happen, absolutely. Will it happen? Probably not, unless if there's like someone that's. Well, I mean, there was no VFL this week actually. Mind you, I was actually waiting on a message for you this week, being like, if you want to move to VFL stream, and it never came. And then I think it was this morning. I'm like, oh, that's strange. He hasn't sent me a message. And then I looked on the VFL, I felt like games. Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, but even if I did send you a message, you probably would have stood me up anyway, mate.
Oh, okay.
All good, mate. All good.
Yeah. But no, so when it comes to so because there was no VFL game, it's sort of hard to know like who's, potentially coming in if, say a Sidebottom. I guess you have like a Roan Steele for Sidebottom and God, I wouldn't even know who would come in for Pendlebury. I guess another like midfielder or something, but yeah, although I actually really liked Anderson's game as a half forward. I think if he was like a half forward, I think he'd do really well. Like, because even back in around that 2010 sort of era, ironically, because he's still in the side, Sidebottom and Beams used to play half forward flanks on the half forward flanks, and they would be that poor man's midfielder because they were only 18 years old. But then they would also hone their craft at trying to kick goals as well. So I think Anderson would actually be pretty good in that role, just until you have a few of these midfielders sort of slowly go out of the side through, retirements and things like that. So that's going to be a good move for him. And I was even saying it tonight, for a guy that has, ironically, just going to speak about it again, for a guy that's only played maybe 20 minutes of forward time this season, I feel like he's kicked 2 or 3 goals already. And why do we keep playing him in the back pocket with Sidebottom? We should be playing them up forward every week. It just and that's if you've got no choice, if players want to play with him, and all this stuff. I just don't understand why we're just not playing him, even if it's in the forward pocket. He's got enough footy. He's got enough footy IQ. He knows what he's doing. Like he's a great crummer. And I know people can say, oh, but the guy, whoever his matchup is, might become like an extra, and they'll use their speed to keep Sidey more accountable. But I don't know. I just feel like if you keep Sidey, if Sidey's kicking 2-3 goals a game, then that defender's going to then have to defend Sidebottom, and it's going to keep the defenders more accountable. They're going to be more worried about, okay, damn, I need to make sure I have a hand on Sidey, sort of thing, to stop his influence. Yeah. I just don't understand why we haven't tried that out. And then if Sidey's not playing either on the wing or in defence, it also opens up an opportunity for someone to play those roles too. So if we get, for whoever it is to play those roles, we're only, developing our kids and, making them better because they're actually going in those prime, positions to do those roles.
Yeah. All right. I've got the stats up on the stat leaders up. We'll go through each player up on the screen there. Nicky Boy had his usual game, 36 posies. Carlton did not put a hard tag on him, or did they? It didn't seem to me watching the game.
I don't think so, no.
No? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he gets the 3 votes for this one?
It's always interesting with Nick, actually, because I don't I look at Nick and I see 36 disposals and I just go, yeah, that's just Nick. Like, that's just average. Like, I look at that as an average performance when I see Nick Daicos next to it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get so it's like it's really fascinating. Like, I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I don't know, like if you take the Nick Daicos name away from it, you probably go, that's definitely 3 votes. But again, you get the Nick Daicos name next to it, and it's like, oh damn, like it feels too much of a boring pick to give it 3 votes. Like you want to, I don't know. You feel like I feel like I want to have some excitement and some like I want to be entertained when I give a 3 vote performance. If that makes any sense. So, but no, if he's going to get it any week, this surely has to be a week where he gets 3 votes.
Yeah. Look, we'll be watching. Actually, no, I never watch the Brownlow. I never watch it, man. It gives me the shit, the actual Brownlow. But if I was to watch it and he doesn't get 3 votes for this one, I'll probably give it to fucking Cripper. Yeah, you got he got more contested possessions, 2 goals from fucking free kicks. Yeah, fuck him. You'll probably get it.
4 times, so that's effectively 15 disposals in itself, equivalent.
Yeah. Haven't seen the Big Lebowski in a while. Donnie from the Big Lebowski, largely irrelevant, and whenever they say something, you tell them to shut the fuck up. I've got to rewatch that movie. I know it's good. From what I remember, the Coen brothers. Yeah, good movie.
I kind of like with the TV show Family Guy. I kind of like Meg in that instance.
Yeah.
When everyone tells Meg to shut up.
All right. Okay. Dan Houston. The Dan Houston conundrum continues. Got a lot of the ball. 25 posies. Man, watching this guy live. Fucking hell, man. Some of these kicks, man. Oh, man. But people are telling me he had a fantastic game. Yeah. Voidoid knows about the Big Lebowski. I reckon Voidoid has seen every movie that's ever been fucking filmed, man.
I definitely haven't seen it. I might need to put it in my list.
Yeah, it's a black comedy.
I definitely know of it.
Yeah. Great. The directors, the Coen brothers, mate, they're fantastic. Yeah. My favourite Coen brothers movie, just for the record, while we're talking about it, would be Miller's Crossing. That would be mine. Do you agree with that, Voidoid? Do you like? Do you reckon Miller's Crossing is their best? But anyway, back to Dan Houston, man.
Yeah, the only thing about the Big Lebowski that I know is that there's something about tempting bowling in it. There's like a, I don't know, they film in like a tempting bowling alley or something at some point in the
Yes,
movie.
yeah. And the main character, he's known as the Dude. He's the dude, mate. And I've actually got a good friend of mine. Is if you can go to Vegas or something and be ordained as a dude. So
Yeah,
I got a mate of mine that went to Vegas and he's been ordained as a dude. So he's like we call him the dude, and he even looks like the dude in the Big Lebowski. So there you go.
there you go.
Yeah. All right, back to Dan. Let's try and get back to Dan Houston.
Yeah,
Dan Houston is not the dude for me, mate. But look, better outing. Maybe we have to take into account the opposition. But you got 25 touches. How do you see Dan's game? Um,
yeah.
Sean?
I mean, in terms of his like stats, like you could create an argument that he had a bit of value this week, and I'm sure he probably did to some extent. Yeah, I mean, this sort of Carlton side, yeah, I think you touched on it before. Like, it's not that great of a side, so I think that's going to take a
Yep.
bit of into consideration. He did miss a shot from outside 50, and the one goal he did kick was about 35 straight in front. So for a guy that has struggled in front of goals, it's a bit of a. It's great that he kicked the goal from 35, but again, like if he's considered one of our better kicks, I'd like to hope that he's kicking goals from 35 straight in front.
Yep.
And then when he's missing the 50, when that was his bread and butter, not too long ago, I felt like even last season he wasn't too bad at it.
Yep.
He's been pretty poor this year, so yeah, definitely did some good things. But that's the thing with Dan is that if you can clean up his bad, his good is pretty good. But like, I think the best way to explain it is that, especially because I do it a lot in basketball, where you have your plus and minuses.
Yeah.
I feel like Houston always comes in with like I don't even know how you could even equate it, but if you're a basketball fan, he'd be like a -10 every week.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if we get that closer to zero as much as we can in the next few weeks leading up to finals, obviously that'll be an improvement. But yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that his turnovers can be killers.
Yeah. Look,
And
Josh Jacobs has outlined here 7 score involvements for us, and 5 is classified as elite for a defender. So, what can you say, man? The stats are there. He's been named in the best players. Yeah. What do you say?
as I said, as I said, you can create a narrative of him having a good game, but yeah, I mean, even Matt just touched on it just then. If you look at it in a plus and minus sort of conversation, he's more minus than he is plus. What he does is great, but he needs to fix the minuses out of his game. And I mean, in a weird way, because he was a part of the trade in it. Like a John Noble was the same. There was a times where he was playing some great footy for us, but his minuses were just too costly. But if he was to clean up, because I mean, Noble had at one point where he cleaned up his minuses to the point where he wasn't turning it over at all. I felt like at one point for a fair chunk of his career. So if we get Houston to
not
go
for
down
us,
that path,
seriously, surely not for us while he was with us. He was.
Yeah, there was. I can't remember what year it was. Was it 24? Yeah, because there was a year, no, not 24, maybe 23. Anyway, there was a year where he was definitely he had a good patch of about a year and a half where he wasn't like turning it, or when he did, it'd be like one turnover maybe every like 2 weeks or something. But again, if Houston can clean all that stuff up, then yeah, there's no issues for me because we know he's got a weapon and we know it's a very good weapon and all that stuff. But again, but when it comes to Houston, you got to talk about his whole game, not just one aspect. So, yeah. But I think in terms of what he's dished out previously, I think yeah, I think we can. I don't know if it's like too much of an improvement, but yeah, I mean, if he's getting 25 touches and stuff, and actually, I'll just quickly look up his efficiency just so that I'm not speaking out of terms. What was his efficiency? 76. Yeah, so even his disposal was a bit sort of average, but yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's basically Houston. So, but yeah, if he can keep getting 25 touches every week, and if we can get that efficiency up to about 80, 85, then yeah, we'll be getting a better version, which is what we should be getting because we paid a lot, and he's on a lot of money at this club.
And as Stefanos says, he's going to back it up against the Crows.
Absolutely, completely agree.
Yeah. On that note, I've got Voidoid. I'll get him up on the panel. Good morning, Mr. Generation.
Oh, good morning and good luck.
How did you see this game, mate? Before we continue on with the rest of the 23 that played, we'll go back to that, but I'll just get your thoughts on the game.
I'll be quick. Yeah, look, we controlled the game for the most part. You're never sure until you get the win, but like if you just to go on the vibe of it, it felt like we were never going to lose after the quarter time, especially.
Yeah.
Nice that we got a bit of separation, a bit of a comfy win for a change, and can't complain. Look, there's some players that there's some concerns on a couple of guys, but like overall, that's what we want to see. And you know, that was a good win coming against a team who was a bit of an unknown quantity because.
Yeah, we didn't know what to get from him. Like a lot of their guys were saying last week was an anomaly. You know, they're still fucking firing. You know, last week it was the weather that fucked them up and this and that. So it was good to get this win over a team that, you know, apart from that last game, was buzzing. You know,
they're hard to play against. They don't have a particularly talented side, but they were basically playing a keepings off game plan, and we didn't quite know how to handle it for a little while in that game. Falling into that trap. Hawthorn used to do it to us all the time when Clarkson coached them. And I just thought, oh, geez. And then we were talking about it backstage, and it's like, you know, go man on man. I was talking about that and said, yeah, man on man. Geez, why don't they just do that? Because that's the easiest way to combat that. But no, the Blues will get you. The Blues will drag you down to their level a little bit. He knows they don't have the team to win games like on merit, so he's got them sort of just grinding out a close game, and it's actually got them a few wins this year against the odds.
Yeah. All right. We just spoke about Nicky Boy and Houston. Before we go on to Geordie, Floyd, do you want to just have you got anything to add on the chosen one and the unchosen one?
The unchosen one. Nothing to add about Nick because he sort of just speaks for himself. Dan, I thought he was serviceable. I don't think he didn't do anything. I don't think he did anything that like atrocious like in other weeks. Look, I'd like a bit more from him. I'd say his game was just it was just I don't know what's a word for it. Not celebrating his game, but he kind of he did a few things, I guess. He kicked a goal, which was nice. Didn't think he would. I don't know what to make of him. To be honest, I'm actually stumped. I usually, have an answer for you, but I don't really know what we want from him, what we should be getting out of him. I don't know.
Well, all we can hope for is in this last part of the year, he can find something, man. That's, look, we've won 5 in a row. People will argue that the opposition has not been very good. We're coming up with some hard game. Like Adelaide's going to be the first one. They're up and firing. We've got them next week after 5 days. Then we've got Geelong. Then we've got Brisbane. That's going to tell us everything we need to. Those 3 games will tell us everything that we need to know. Right now, we've got these little bubbles of hope floating around, and we're thinking, oh, how good's this? The youngsters are stepping up, and we're getting the wins up, blah blah blah. But these 3 games, mate, we'll know everything, mate, after this.
Yeah.
Jordan De Goey, from my vantage point at the game, I'm thinking, fuck, Jordy, you're getting the ball, man, but some of your fucking kicks, man, please, dude. What the fuck, man? But at the end of the game, when I think about it, he did okay, and it was good to see he was still busy in that last quarter, because he usually peters out at the end of games after being very lively at the start. But this game, right at the end, he was very busy, finding space, giving us an outlet coming out of defence, and his form continues, man. It continues on, and this is very rare for us to be seeing this. Yeah, by now he's usually done some kind of soft tissue injury, and or he's gone to Bali and fucking gone partying or something. But we've seen a fucking massive chunk of good games in a row from Geordie. And may it continue on.
Yeah, I'll just put this into perspective for De Goey. So, second and third quarter, he was a bit average if we're going off fantasy points. That's just in terms of just a quick sort of vibe of like how good his quarter was. His other 2 quarters in the first and fourth quarter, his first quarter he got 28 fantasy points, so not too bad. But you were saying before he sort of had a bit in the fourth quarter. He had 39. So, and that's within like 1 quarter. So if he's having nearly 40 fantasy points, that's basically 160 points if he's like doing that for 4 quarters, basically. So obviously you got to, he's not going to do that over 4 quarters. But the fact that going into 3/4 time, that's the efforts he's dishing out. That's a really good, at least from a fantasy point sort of scoreboard. That just shows you he was really important in the fourth quarter, just as a quick indication. So he definitely was there when we needed him.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't notice. Jordan didn't stand out to me tonight. Like I didn't see the work he was doing. Like I do some weeks. Like it just seemed like he was very unassuming. And my eye went to. It's funny. I noticed Anderson. I noticed Swaddling. I noticed Ed. There were the young kids were getting my attention whenever they were near the ball, and some of our older stars just sort of toiling away. I actually noticed Nick less tonight for some reason. Like he was everywhere.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, he's like an apparition tonight.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Yeah. Because just to touch on again on the De Goey. So I've actually noticed what the differences were, because like the stats were pretty much identical except for one stat. So the difference between the first quarter and the fourth quarter was that in the fourth quarter he had 3 tackles in that 1 quarter. So that was what was the difference. So he had the same stats in the first, but he added in the fourth, he added the same, but also added an extra 3 tackles. So the fact that he's also running for a whole 3 quarters of football, for him to even get an extra 3 tackles in terms of his, up until 3/4 time, his best quarter was at first, obviously. But to put in that effort and then to do the same and then also add another 3 tackles is, that shows he's putting in the hard work.
With Geordie, that's what I noticed about Geordie tonight. He laid a couple of monster tackles, like real fucking balls and all tackles, man. I can't remember if they were rewarded, but yeah, the fierce fucking attack on a player with the ball was just great to see. Yeah. So yeah, Geordie continues on his merry way. The other member of the Dacos family, Josh, 23 posies. Not as dominant as last week, but still good. What else can you say? He's going through a nice little phase now. Yeah, the first half of the year, a lot of us were thinking, "What the fuck?" Hasn't been a positional change. It just seems to be like some kind of like a mindset change, and it's coincided with us winning games, and good to see. What are people saying? Josh hurt himself. I heard that a couple of times. Has anyone heard anything on that?
Well, he's also had his shoulder. So is it elbow or shoulder strapped? So I want to say Anzac Day he heard it because I remember he rushed off the ground, and it's been strapped. Yeah, it's pretty much been strapped all season. So I reckon he's sort of carrying, even if it's something minor. I wouldn't be surprised if he's carrying something there. So he's obviously a bit beat up as it is, but he's a footballer. I'm sure he's used to it. And given that he's probably nearly best on last week, he wasn't obviously he wasn't best on this week, but in terms of being in terms of where he performed, like he had 23 disposals, efficiency was at 78%. So it wasn't our best player, but if you want to back up, like it was a pretty good effort in backing up. Also had 2 marks and 4 tackles. So again, when you're having your best on and to back it up with 23 disposals, it's probably I don't know, if you're a perfectionist, you maybe want a little bit more, but I mean, you give this a pretty solid tick.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we continue? Patrick Lipinski, probably better for me not to talk too much about him. But look, credit where it's due. He's been much better since the last 2 or 3 weeks. Gets a lot of the ball. I will always outline these shirking issues that I don't like. But look, man, he's clean. He seems to find when he gets the ball, he seems to link up with Nick well, which I like. And what can you say? That last quarter, he was very lively. And look, he's not our worst player. He's not our best. Yeah, he's kind of like above, in that higher bracket of the players. Yeah. So I said I was not going to talk too much.
He was on the wings tonight, right? It didn't feel like he was felt like he was around stoppage around the ground tonight as well.
Yeah. I couldn't tell where he was playing. Whenever I look at the centre bounces and look at the positions, I saw Crisp on the wing a lot, and I saw Swadling as well. But I didn't notice Lipper there. I could be wrong.
What I've noticed, what's weird, I was just, while you guys were talking, I was thinking about like the weird, like ethereal sort of feeling that I had from the game. Where I didn't feel like I could, like things didn't really jump out like they normally do. The last time I felt that way in recent times was the first half of last year when we were doing those sort of systematic victories against teams. I felt the same way walking out of those games where it was just such a professional sort of victory that there wasn't the highlights didn't really jump out afterwards. It just felt like the team they were just like driving the bus, and it was just and it just got to its destination without any without any frills.
Anything to add on Mr. Lipinski, Shawnee?
I mean that's 3 weeks in a row. That's probably the main point is that For a guy of his talents and his abilities, I don't think there's any excuses of him having anything under 20 disposals every single week. I know he had 19, but he kicked 2 goals. He kicked 2 goals too. So even if he kicked straight, he could have 4 goals and 19 disposals. So, so even though he didn't get the 20, but because of the goals, I can give him a pass on that. Yeah, that's 3 weeks in a row. I just want him to get over 20 disposals. I don't think that's unrealistic, especially when I've seen him plenty of times in my time at, going down to training. He's always the best runner. He's always training the hardest in pre-season and also in season as well. I do see a lot of supporters that, think that I have too high of an expectations, but in my opinion, some people just have too low of an expectation. I just want my players to play well. I think Lipinski has played well the past 3 weeks, and he just needs to keep. I don't think it's unrealistic for him to get at least 20 disposals every week. Got 21. Efficiency was about 76. So again, that's about sort of right. Ideally, I want it closer to about 80, but and 4 tackles, and is it 3 marks as well? Yeah, 3 marks. It's again in terms of a few weeks ago, like 4 weeks ago, and I was saying he's getting a tick, but barely. This is he's now getting solid ticks every week. So this is basically what players like Lipinski has to do. He needs to, not only does he need to be ticked off every week, but it needs to be a solid game every week in terms of. If he's playing like this, then I don't think he would be in a conversation of being dropped anytime soon, which you could have argued that he was in those conversations, maybe a month ago. So, credit to him. I don't necessarily think I was wrong and stuff, because where he was performing was where he was at. But now that he's lifted to a standard that I think he's not getting dropped, credit to him. But I just hope he keeps it up.
Yep.
Okay. Scott Pendlebury, 20 posies now. He turned it over in that fucking second quarter or third quarter, was it? Deep in defence, they got a goal out of it. There was a forward handball sort of chain between 3 or 4 players later in the game, and I noticed as soon as the ball came to him, it kind of fucking slowed the whole thing down, and we ended up coughing it up. Yeah, and we coughed it up, and I'm thinking, fuck, man, this is not the Pendlebury of old, mate. The Pendlebury of old would have fucking sidestepped and, set someone up. But look, in fairness to him, he still gets the posies, man, but he's just not, look, I really think that we don't need him anymore, man. Sorry to sound controversial. Maybe his coaching out there is worth it,
he was sort of he's struggling. I think he's under the pump when he's got the ball now. He's got a little less time, panics a little bit more. I mean, I don't know. It could be a slump. Maybe it's but I'm inclined to think that maybe it's just time until it's proven otherwise. He gives you. He probably offers you a little bit of assurance, I guess, just being on the field. But in terms of, I actually do think that he and Sidey tonight were probably our biggest liabilities. With no disrespect intended towards him or Sidey, but Sidey just. I mean, we were talking backstage, and I was getting cut at the amount of clangers Sidey had in that first, especially in that first quarter. They feel now. It feels like they've organically been worked out of the side now. Now these kids are starting to get regular games. It doesn't feel controversial. It doesn't feel like you're cutting them. It just sort of feels like cycle of life.
Yeah. You know what I'd love to see, and this may sound a bit morbid. I would love to see us snag a win next week. So, if Sidey and Pendles both get rested in this 5-day break coming up to Adelaide, and whoever comes in comes in. But if we snag a win without them, and we get a good win, that would be fantastic. Just to know that we can do it without one of those old experienced heads being there. I just love to see that, man. But Pendles. The narrative has changed quickly, hasn't it? Yeah. From he can play fucking 2-3 more years. Yeah, I don't think so, mate. I really hope Pendles can, be honest with himself and not kind of like say, I really want to play on again, because if he's having to miss games every 3 weeks now, look, one more year, a year older next year, where are we at? What's going on now, where we need to win games every week, yeah? We can't have this in and out kind of thing, and
and you could probably carry you can afford to carry Long in the team if Pendles and Sidey don't play.
Yeah.
Then Longy doesn't suddenly become he's not quite as exposed. Same goes for you could switch them out, say Pendles in, Long out, and Sidey out. But we can have one of them, I think. And then they won't be won't be such a risk. But.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to Darcy Cameron. From what I noticed with Darcy Cameron was him jumping a lot. And I'm thinking, where has this come from? But he's jumping a lot. But the ball's getting tapped, not to our advantage. And can I ask Chronicles GBT? I want to know Darcy Cameron's hitouts to advantage of his 39 hitouts, how many went to advantage, and I also want to know the centre clearances for the game. Who won that? We'll find that out very soon. Chronicles GBT, do your work. Josh Jacobs will come to the rescue there. I know that, mate. But what about you guys? How do you see DC's game? Around the ground, I thought he was fine.
Are we talking about with the centre clearances?
Yeah. Do you know what?
11 to 16 Carlton's favour.
There you go. And
then the overall clearances, it was 39 to 41 in Carlton's favour as well. So we only lost that by 2.
Yeah.
So you could even call that even.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to quickly look at Carlton's ruckman, how many hitouts he got. So DC got 39.
Yeah.
If
39
DC got
18.
to 18, was it?
Yeah.
What's his name? What was Carlton's ruckman? Reedy, is it?
Yeah, Liam Reedy. He was formerly at Freo.
Mate, there were times when Reedy wasn't even fucking competing. He was just staying down, like letting DC jump up. And I'm thinking, how good's this? But how come we're not getting the ball out, man?
Yeah.
Oh, man. He would have thought all my Christmases and birthdays come at once. I'm going to have to compete with someone that can jump over me. And he gets that opportunity and we still can't win the fucking clearances, mate. But he got named our best BOG, which, there you go, man. What do you say? Fuck. What do you say, man? It's been one of those strange seasons for DC. Look, I've seen some signs that he's, last week he did well against Sherry, broke even. But I'll tell you what, next week, remember what happened to him against Adelaide earlier in the year, mate. He got absolutely fucking schooled by a first gamer and a 10 gamer, mate. So Yeah. Yeah. Anything to add on DC?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it was good to know that he's improving, which is always good. I mean, the fact that he's putting in the effort and he's trying to improve his game. I know it might be small, but it's credit to him for improving and not trying to give up on the season. So I think that always has to be acknowledged, and because I think especially in these times it can be easy to sort of just be like, all right, well, I'm not the ruckman I was, so let's just not try. So obviously that shows a bit of character that he was trying to do that, and hopefully he can get some reward in the next few weeks because he's going to need it because we're going to have some tough teams coming up. I think a massive factor does have to go into the fact that he did probably play against someone that probably wasn't really up to his standards. And yes, he did play well, and you can only play who you've got in front of. But let's make sure we're playing like that. If not the same level, but better, or even improving each week. So, we'll sort of see when we play a bit more tougher teams and he's got a better opponent. We'll see how he goes. But you can only beat the opponent you have in front of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
All right, Jack Crisp. What can I say? He's motoring along fine. Not dominant, not fucking putrid. Didn't even notice him today, to be honest.
Yeah, I was about to say, did he even play this week?
All right, we'll just go on to Skunk then. Skunk Membry, fucking form run. Fuck me dead, mate. All these goals.
2-year-old now.
Yeah. Now, can I get confirmation that all Skunk's goals were snaps? I'm pretty sure all of them were snaps.
His first one was a snap. I'm watching the replays. It is, but I haven't seen.
I don't think any of them was from set shots.
Oh, there you go. Apparently, Benny reckons so. Crispy had 5 touches at half time, so he ended up having. So he must have had 12 touches in the second half. Yeah. So he had a good second half then.
Yeah. To me, Crispy was just I didn't even notice him, but you got the 17 posies.
Yeah, I don't think he I don't think he had a bad game. To be fair, I just think he had a quiet game, and I think we also need to make sure that we initialize the difference in that. A bad game and a quiet game are 2 different things.
Yes.
So if he can come out, is it Adelaide we're playing next week? So Adelaide. We're probably going to need his ball use and speed and stuff because Adelaide are a very contested side. So if he can sort of break the lines, they're a bit of a. I guess I've got like Rankin and stuff, but outside of him, really, last I checked, they haven't got a ton of speed and stuff. So if Chris can expose them in that front, that'll be that'll be worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
But sorry to skip over Skunk and stuff, but to go back on Crisp. It wasn't a bad game. It was just a quiet game, and there's obviously a difference between the two because I don't even, as much as I don't remember him playing, I don't remember him turning the ball over. And if he's playing in the back half, sometimes that's all you need. If you can walk away and go, damn, I don't remember. I don't remember Chris making a mistake. That's at least you can walk away with that as a positive because we talk about certain players turning it over and it costs us and it costs us goals. That's obviously not a good thing, but sometimes you can just have guys like Jack Crisp he just has a quiet game here and there. We got the win, so there's no damage done. So hopefully he performs next week and we continue on.
He's probably doing a roll, I reckon. You see, he stats read similar to Allen and Long. Who are or busy with something.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Like if it's not a game where the disposals matter to their game and to their role, and we're getting the win, they're taking care of somebody so somebody else can get off the chain. And it's a good team effort that way.
Was he playing wing then? Because like sometimes there's a
he
winger.
was. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was.
So the ball could have been on the other side, which that would have made a big difference too.
Yeah,
because if Lipper's getting 21 touches, then that probably means that the ball would have been more on his side. So that would actually explain it then. So Chris probably didn't have a lot of opportunities to impact the game.
I was noticing most of the time he was on the wing, but I did see him in a CBA or two, minding Cripper in that CBA. All right, back to Skunk. Skunk, 3 snaps. I'm pretty certain all his goals were snaps. It was good to see. Like Stefano said, mate, there you go. It's safe to say we go forward with McStay, West and Membry as our 3 tools from now on. I think we can all agree on that.
Until something changes. Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Membry is probably...
He's really lively now.
Yeah. He's...
Last year when he was hitting the scoreboard, it was just mark kick kind of thing. Now I just feel like he's playing like Jamie Elliott. A little bit. He's like there's some pressure around the ball. He looks like, I don't know, he looks like a young player again. And it was ever since he got dropped and brought back in that it really, was a kick up the arse for him.
He seems to be relishing, having McStay down there. Even like Buller had those 2 shocker games. Him being there helped Skunk, and it looks like Westy's presence helped him as well. And Matty puts in, this is very interesting, mate. Feels like a contract here, doesn't it?
Is that for Tim?
Yeah, for Membry, mate. Yeah, for Skunk. Oh, mate. All right, before
quickly, just before we answer the question as well, with Mitch Lewis, you'd have to take Tim Membry out of the best 23 and put him in the reserves next season if you're going to give him a contract, right?
Yeah. Look, you continue with that line of that topic, Shawnee. I'm just going to quickly top up my coffee. All right, I'll be back in 1 second.
Absolutely. So just to answer Ricky's question and stuff in the chat. I think Tim Membry would probably play reserves just because and I don't think there'd be any clubs that would be coming after Tim Membry. So you can give him a 1-year deal. I wouldn't even be surprised if we even put him if we actually delist him and put him on the rookie list. So if you get someone like a Tim Membry pretty cheaply, put him in the VFL most weeks. And then if we get any injuries, because as much as it could be a possibility, Mitch Lewis could get an injury because he has, outside of the season, he has been pretty injury prone previously. So that's definitely a potential factor. So I reckon you put Tim Membry in the VFL. McStay can, he did a bit of rucking tonight, so he could be the second ruck. My only concern is that if McStay is like rucking, I guess Charlie West could always go centre forward, I guess, and then you have like a Mitch Lewis at full forward. And then if you have, whether if it's like Cameron or Steen or whoever, then goes as a third if they're not rucking. Could probably go through it that way. But no, I think I've sort of turned myself around with Lewis. I think I'm not going to sit here and say he's a superstar and he's an absolute gun of the competition. but from a structural point of view, he gives us a bit of height and. And maybe people in the chat can maybe say otherwise if they don't agree. But I think when it comes to Buller, I would maybe say that Lewis, especially given his age, he's a bit more of an older version of a Buller. So, people in the chat can answer if they would agree. Is Lewis a upgrade on Buller, or do we rate Buller more than Lewis? Because if Lewis is an upgrade on Buller, then I guess we have to take that deal, don't we? Or we have to get him as a free agent if that's the case. Because if it makes us better, well then it's a no-brainer, right?
You can never have you can never have too many guys like that. Like you're going to get injuries, you're going to get form slumps, and you've got to have people competing for spots. And so, however it shakes out, you just bring him to the club, and then it all works itself out. Who gets in which week or another week, and I think he's an upgrade on Buller at this stage. Look, Buller's 25. I don't know how much upside he has at 25. It just depends. We'd have to see a bit more of him, but you wouldn't want to go into next year relying on Buller. I think Mitch Lewis is a safer bet in terms of being more proven at AFL level. His injury, if his injuries are behind him, which it's entirely possible. I mean, I've seen clubs pick up players on the cheap who have had injury riddled history, and then they've got their bodies right, and then clubs that let them go regretted it. Who knows? It's just that there's not really anyone else available. Ben King.
That's the thing. Yeah,
and you probably West's a bit too young and Buller's sort of too unproven, and then outside of that, you've only got McStay and Membry. We're going to need someone else if we really want to be serious next year.
Yeah.
Even if you can just bring the ball to ground in the Mitch Lewis in the goal square, bringing the ball to ground. And then your little crummers are going to be kicking 30 or 40 goals a year.
The thing is, people that are saying, "Oh fuck, no, not Mitch Lewis, not Mitch Lewis." All right, let's say we don't get Mitch Lewis, then who are we getting? We can't get Ben.
If anyone mentions Amadi, then I'm leaving. I'm packing my bags and also to touch on it, even someone like it being King, he's not going to do the things that Lewis is going to do, because I think as well, like when it comes to Lewis, when he's on the field, he's actually like a good footballer. My only concern with Lewis is that he hasn't been able to stay on the park. This season, he's changed that narrative. He's played, I think he's only missed one game this season. Okay. But when he has played, he's basically how many goals has he kicked? How many goals has Mitch Lewis? About just under 20, I believe. I can get the actual number if you give me a minute.
He's not a huge goal kicker. He's their third tall. He's basically their third tall at Hawthorn.
He's definitely not. He wouldn't be the main option for sure.
It's like picking up another McStay in a way.
I do think Lewis has the attributes to be a first. Like he's sort of the third at Hawthorn because I guess he just ended up that way in the pecking order. I mean, he's got the size and everything to be a first.
Yeah.
He's hit 25 goals this year. There you go.
That's a good output. You can't complain with that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's averaged 12.7 disposals, 5.4 marks, 1.6 tackles. He's even had a couple of hit-outs as well too, so he even can do a bit of rucking. When I say rucking, he's had one hit-out for the year, 6 the year before. He had 29 in 2021. So he's not a complete stranger. And then he had years in 2020 and 19. He's had 16, 19. So again, so I guess when he has done it and stuff, mind you, might not have been for long, but yeah, it feels like he can do it to some extent. Not that it's a full-time gig or anything, but yeah.
Depends on your game plan too. Like if we're gonna have a game plan next year that you could build around a mosquito fleet, then that's different. Whereas if your game plan's going to rely on kicking it long to the goal square, then you're going to need someone like Lewis.
Yeah.
Because I don't think McStay just. I mean, you know, I love McStay, but he's not a deep forward, and he wouldn't be able to play that role. I don't think.
Yeah. And also as a forward, because you really do need it. Mitch Lewis has a lot of grunt. When you watch him play, he's got that aggression. Like he's got that. In fact, what I was talking to you about it with like Alan when I was watching him train in his second year, one of the biggest things I loved about Alan, and I knew he was going to like come good if he was given an opportunity, was that any time he seemed to get pushed in the chest or he was pushed around, he'd always push back. You know, he'd always like fight fire with fire a bit. And sometimes as footballers, that's like an attitude thing. That's a mindset. And especially with someone like a Mitch Lewis, he's kind of similar in that sense. Every time I've seen him play, like if he's taking a big strong mark, he's going to push the guy back, just like, you know, just to give him, you know, because it's like, you know, like when you give them like a receipt, so so just if you're going to like push and shove them in the contest. You then push and shove them back after you've like taken the mark type of thing. It's just to show that like, okay, I'm not here to be pushed around. I'm not here to, you know, be someone's bitch. But like, yeah. So if we get that attitude out of him and that, you know, intent to just be that aggressive forward that's taking these contested marks. And I think as well too, yes, he's a free agent, won't cost any picks, so that's also a bonus. And I don't think he'll be that expensive either. You probably maybe get him on about $700K, and is it a risk? Absolutely. But then again, getting, you know, Ben King is a risk because, you know, there's every chance he could do an injury and stuff because he's already had a couple of knee injuries himself. So
he's a contested beast as well. Like, see, Ben King's not a contested beast. So you effectively, we need what I think our game plan requires. Mitch Lewis is 199 centimeters. So he's
sorry, I was just about to say that too. Yeah, he's actually a genuine tall. He's not like he's the same height as Buller basically. So 199 as well.
So what I get excited about, the reason I liked Buller in the side the last couple of weeks is it was like I thought he was providing goals for other players. He wasn't kicking them himself, unfortunately. But if Lewis can kick a couple of goals a week and then create, you know, however many crumbing goals and other opportunities for our other forwards, that's sort of the value I see in a 200 centimeter guy in the goal square. It's we used to do it with Cox. Yeah. And it's just a bonus if they can actually like be a little bit damaging themselves. You don't just want someone to stand there like a post who can't play. So getting him, I mean, yeah. I just don't think Buller has the football acumen at this stage to figure out running patterns, figure out where to position himself. He's got moxie, which is really good, but he just doesn't seem to understand what to do with himself when he's out there. Seems a bit like perplexed by everything around him.
Yeah. And he's that perfect type. He'll go back in the resis and kick fucking 4 goals. Buller, yeah. But then, he'll go back in the one. You know, if he gets his chance in the ones again, you know, higher quality defenders up against him, it's a totally different story, you know.
Yeah. Also, the other thing as well, too, back to the Mitch Lewis as well. Don't be surprised when he does come here. He'll have what's the term? Like if he has like a massive the chip on his shoulder. You know, in terms of you know. Because I'm sure, like, if he's going to get, you know, because I'm pretty sure there's because I want to say there's been some talk that I think he wants to stay at Hawthorn, but because he sees like the writing on the wall, like Charles playing in front of him, Gunston's playing in front of him. There's also Kelshire as well. Like there's a few guys that seem to be ahead of him as well. So I think it's a bit of a writing on the wall. He sees a bit of a, not like a golden parachute, but a parachute to go to another team. If we're in his ear saying, well, fuck, we need a Buller type. You're a Buller type, and you're going to take Buller's like spot in terms of being our best 23, being that full forward. That's probably what's going to make him go over. Because why would he stick around being a fourth or fifth option when he can be the first or second option at Collingwood sort of thing? So, but on top of that, because we give him that opportunity, not only would he feel grateful for it, but he'll also want to, sort of stick his finger up at, Hawthorn for wanting to, get rid of him and not respecting him by playing him. Right? Or, I mean, he's obviously getting games now, but like, it's a bit of a thing of like, oh, you could have had me, but you picked these guys in front of me. So it's a bit of it's that chip on your shoulder type attitude. And, sometimes those guys can, if it's done in the right way, you can get a pretty good player out of it because they're switched on and they're ready to, make the club that let them go pay a bit, if that makes any sense.
And Hawthorn still value him a lot too. Hawthorn allegedly they put a 4-year deal in front of him to stay. Well, I don't know what's changed since the King stuff has emerged, but they do value him. So it'd be a different story if they wanted him out because they thought he was cooked or no good. But different situation when we got Clinton Young from Hawthorn, who Hawthorn didn't really care if he left. It's always nice when the team they're leaving still would like to keep them. So at least you're not taking out someone else's junk.
And to answer, sorry, Sean. Just Theo's asking why wouldn't King come to Collingwood? The reason, Theo, is that he wants big coin, and Hawthorn is the only one that can offer him that. We're obviously going to spend that coin on Butters, hopefully. There's no way we can get both of them. If the Butters situation dies down, then maybe we'll be into King. But look, I think King, as accurate as he is, I just don't like the fact that he's, doesn't fucking, he's just lead mark. Yeah.
He's not multi-dimensional.
Yeah.
He's an old-fashioned full forward, but in a very especially for his age, his frame is very skinny for what it's supposed to be too. There was also another. And then the 900K. Yeah, I don't think he'll be on 900. Like especially when Hawks already have, as I said, like you got Gunston. If Gunston signs on for another year, then that's also one thing. Yeah, you've got Chol, you've got Kelshire. I think they have another forward as well too. And then at that point too, if they're going to replace Lewis, they'll probably just draft a key forward anyway. So because they've already got so much stock in the key forward department, they're probably not going to. For one, they can't match anything, but I think it won't take much to pry Lewis out of Collingwood, especially out of Hawthorn. But I would say if he was going to sign, I reckon I'd be shocked if it's anything more than 700, which is pretty reasonable. I mean, McStay was 600. The year he came over, which was the end of 22. So that means he was 23 and he was only 600. I don't think he was even 600. I think it was 550.
Yeah. The only thing is, like I've been hearing 900, and as Josh points out, that's what I've been hearing, and I think it's too much. Now, would he have other clubs sniffing around for him as well? Are we going to
get a key forward? Well, he is a key forward. Any key positions outside maybe a key defender.
Yeah.
They're normally pretty. You normally pay more, especially for a good key forward. You normally pay more just purely because they're more rare. if it's like a midfielder, you can get plenty of midfielders, draft, free agency, trade, all this stuff. But like a solid or a good, reliable key position, it's a bit harder to sort of get those because they're a bit rarer, so their trade value is a bit higher up.
Here we go. Paul with the stats. McStay has 31-11 in 17. Lewis has 25-19 in 17.
No, in 10.
In Lewis.
Oh, no, sorry. I thought you said Buller.
Yeah. Buller has 7-8 in 10. In 2022 and 23, Lewis averaged 2.4. And I don't know what he means there, but yeah. Look, it's similar to McStay. Similar numbers to McStay.
But they're different players, though. Like, McStay's a genuine centre-half forward, where Lewis is your genuine full forward. So they're different players in terms of the way they go about it.
And then I like that. I do like. And then if we don't end up getting Butters, it'd be nice if we bring in a couple of, an A grader in Neil, and then a handy player in Lewis, and then we've still got all our picks to take to the draft.
Yeah, and then go for the year after that. Will our salary cap be exhausted if we pick up Butters? Can we, the year after, can we go for a Logan Morris or a Matt Rowell as well? Or would our salary cap be exhausted?
I want to say there was a report. I can't remember how long ago it was, but we had something like, apparently our salary cap's going to be like really good. I can't remember who wrote the article, but it was like over like a 5-6 year period. They were saying that our cap's going to open up significantly.
Yeah.
To the point where I think, God, what was it? It was like something like, to where we were going to have like, I think it was like $2.5 or $3 million every year for every free agency year sort of thing.
Yeah.
So you could effectively have one, even like two, like very good like free agency players every year, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think it was for the next like handful of years, like the next 4 or 5 years or so. So if that's true and stuff, that would be great. But no, I mean, I think when it comes to Leper, and even like O'Brien, like I trust the guys that are making those calls because, albeit you can maybe criticize them with like getting Houston for the prices and stuff, but I feel like they've also been very like. I feel like in terms of how they've spoken, they've been very accountable and saying that they have screwed up things in the past and that they are changing the way that they're going to be doing it moving forward. And then even when it comes to O'Brien's been like awesome when it comes to the draft. So,
you just got to take your like. If we want a good mix, we attack free agency because it doesn't cost you draft capital. That gives you a really good balance of kids and experience, I think. Obviously, if Butters nominates Collingwood, then things change. You wouldn't say no to that. But in the event that he doesn't nominate Collingwood, then it'd be nice to go to the draft, especially with pick 10 or something.
Yeah,
whatever it ends up being.
Had a bit of a spike in viewers. There's 60 odd people. I have a feeling the Jumper Punch have finished up. Maybe they're having a sneak peek at this. If it is a few Carlton supporters, jump on the chat, mate. Have a chat. Talk about how putrid yous were. All right. Shall I continue on with the guys that played today? We'll go with that's the Blue Abroad just ended. That's probably why. Okay. Ned Long. Ned Long, would that be Ned Long's best game of the season?
It'd be up there.
Yeah.
He's never kicked 2 goals before, so that's a first.
Yeah. Look, I thought he was okay today, actually. He still did some Ned Long things. Yeah, what can you say? 2 goals. Whenever a player hits the scoreboard, you can't. When Rowan Steele was doing it, we were defending him, but then when he stopped doing it, it was kind of like fuck. You're only getting fucking 8 positives, mate. Catch you later, Benny. Big night for Benny. But Benny, you stood me up, mate. Where were you? You weren't at gate 3, mate. I was besieged by TJP people, and I needed you there to help me out, mate. But you were probably on the other side of the ground, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, mate. No worries at all. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, even with like Long and stuff, like I feel like even it's, I don't know. I always find it so strange when you have a guy as big as he is, and not even just height, but just like actual physical, like his physical frame. The fact that he was like even like kicking snaps and he was getting ground balls and stuff, it was just really weird to see. Like you normally just don't see that from a guy that big, sort of thing. So it was kind of cool seeing it. Still don't. Yeah, I think we've exhausted the whole option of him being a key forward leading out. But again, that was what they were trying to do on paper before. So if he's kicking those goals and he's kicking 2 goals and stuff, I think we probably end up on the whole, Ned Long being key forward a bit. But yeah, I don't know. He kicked 2, we'll take it and we'll run and we'll have a smile on our face for it. But yeah, it's just good to see him play well.
I said to Greatness in the game, I said that he did that awesome kick inboard in the 50 and hit a target. And I said, I said he actually hits 1 out of 2 of those. I said, well, wait for the 2, and then I think he turned it over like 45 seconds later. So I don't feel like, I'd like to look at the stats. I don't feel like I noticed outside of like that clanger or that turnover, I should say. I don't feel like I saw him do anything egregious like that outside of 1 or 2 maybe, but I might be wrong. No, he contributed. He played. I think he played a little bit on Cripps as well.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Like Cripper, okay. While we're talking about Cripper, I'm just going to quickly check his stats because I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how much he got, and what I noticed. I noticed at times Crisp minding him at CBAs. Then I noticed a couple of times around the ground, Pendles, that he ragdolled Pendles in that, when he got that mark in the forward line. I did not notice Ned minding him that much. Yeah. I've just got the Carlton ball getters up on the screen here. Now, you got Cripper 30, Jagger Smith 29, Hewitt 26, and Sam Walsh 25. Now, that was what was promised by Rocco on Thursday night. He said, yeah, we're going to win the midfield. And it looks like, from the stats, it looks like they did. But it was, yeah, exactly, yeah. They were, they like to shift, that's what it was. And he told us they overuse it, yeah. And Cooper Lord, he promised Cooper Lord gets the ball. He got 18 of them. So, there you go. But, yeah, I did not notice Long on Cripper, but I could be wrong. Maybe on the tally it was more pronounced.
It wasn't prominent. Like it was.
Yeah. I like Cooper started well, though. I feel like he had his first 8 touches, I feel like, were pretty early on.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing his name up there pretty high up. I don't know where he finished and stuff, but I like his first 8 disposals, he got them pretty quickly.
Yeah.
We got upset when he flopped for that free in the ruck contest.
Yeah, oh man. Fucking hell, man. He got a couple of frees that were just, come on, man. Like, even if I was a Carlton supporter if I was a Collingwood supporter and I saw one of our blokes doing that and getting the free, I wouldn't be cheering for it, man. It would be like, come on, this is why we love this game of footy, that and we bag sports like soccer and that, because soccer players do that. They fucking fake, just to get a free kick in that, and we don't cheer that, mate. So you fucking Muffy Carlton supporters in the crowd fucking cheering that and they showed the replay as well, and it was so fucking blatant. And then fucking celebrating after it too, after you scored the goal. Fuck me, man.
And I actually to say something quickly as well about that, because I think that just shows you how much they've endorsed the St Kilda culture and like the cultures that that have won. Because I can guarantee you now, for the guys or for the supporters that were around when they were winning flags after flags, those supporters would not have laughed or would have carried on with the way they did against those like shit kicker moments. That's a cultural thing, I feel like, and because they've been so bad for so long and they haven't won a flag for over 30 years. Like, I feel like that's it basically becomes a culture at a certain point, which is why I get on, teams like St Kilda and stuff, because it's not really even a result at a certain point. It just becomes your culture. Like, your culture just becomes like an ankle biting culture. If that makes any sense. Like, it's like really those are the things that get you up and about. Like, come on. Like, from a club that has won 16 grand finals and that has been one of the juggernauts of the competition. Obviously, it's another conversation we can talk about how they got their flags. But again, like 16 flags, you can't take that away from them.
Yeah. Yes, you can. But you can take the last one because they fucking breached the salary cap that the AFL were too gutless.
No, Mick, that's wrong. They actually did it for the last two. Make sure we get that right.
There you go.
They haven't won it. And since the salary cap rules come in, they haven't won a flag. And the salary cap rule came in 87. So every single flag they have, they've technically bought. So anyway, I was trying to be a bit nice, but anyway, we got there in the end. But still,
they knew. I think out in the ground, once they got out there and the game had been underway for a bit, I think the Blues players on the ground knew they couldn't go with us. So then you started to see a few little tactics to try and level it out a little bit with us.
Yeah,
we were sort of getting by on a little bit more structure and talent, and they said. I think they resorted to some little sort of cheaper tactics to try and
ankle biting. It's an ankle biting culture. Is what I'm now deeming it. It's just it doesn't do you any damage, but it just annoys the fuck out of you to where you just want to because it bites your ankle. You just want to fucking kick it in the face, and because it's only little, it's not hard to take it out. Just go kick it in the face.
Yeah. All right. Shall we proceed in our player analysis post game? And I shall, for this particular player, I shall give the Voidoid. He's your boy. The floor is yours, mate.
Oh well. What can I say? I love watching him. I love watching him bowl people over. There was a play in that game. He monstered. He basically like monstered Cripps. He tackled him really hard and completely clobbered him. Then he ran about 10, 20 meters further down the ground and clobbered Walsh right afterwards. They were that two of the hardest tackles I've seen.
Yeah.
I love how hard he tackles, and he's niggling too now. I see him like pushing and nudging and bumping, and he's imposing now with his attitude, and he just looks.
He belongs.
Yeah,
he belongs. That's what it is.
Like, whenever he's at somewhere, whenever he's around the ball, he just like gets your attention.
Yeah,
and he does these clever little he got a goal. He had a goal assist tonight, and it probably wouldn't even be a stat, but he knocked the ball, into the goal square. I forget who kicked it now. Sean might remember. Now I forget who it was, but it was just really clever. And I said, it was a goal assist. Just little things like that. Like,
the tap on, yeah. Yeah, there was like a tap on. He wouldn't have gotten the stat for it, but yeah, I know exactly what you told me, and I've forgotten who kicked it.
He brings so much that doesn't end up on the stat sheet.
Yeah.
And once he puts it together, when he can put it on the stat sheet, he's going to be absolutely formidable.
Okay. I am going to say something now, Void, that you might not like. All right?
He's going to get to listen.
No, we're at the Shane O'Brien and Leper. They're at the negotiating table. Zach Butters and Port officials on the other side. The deal is there. All right, the paper is about to be signed. Butters says, "Yes, I want to go to the Pies. I want to play with Nick. I want to play on the big ground, on the big MCG." The Port officials say, we want Allen.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Look, you got to do it, right? But the thing is, to contextualize it, I guess it's that keeping Allen means you're not giving up like a horde of picks and shit as well. Like you're keeping someone you've already got. You're not giving up anything in addition to that. That's the only like kind of caveat. But yeah, if they wanted him and as part of the deal, and it's like, yeah, of course.
If he gets it over,
that is an Ed, and there's no comparison, right?
Yeah. And after tonight's game, Westy as well. Fuck. Decisions, mate. At the end of the year,
if they say that we want Allen and West, I'd tell them to go kick rocks.
Yeah, but Westy signed anyway, didn't he? So that was, yeah.
No, but that's the thing though. Like it's because also as well too, and like even Matt even made the comment like about even like Zach's injury as well. Like how are we to know that injury that he sustained over the weekend? How are we to know that that's not like it's obviously not going to be a career-ending injury, but how do we not know that injury is going to affect him for the rest of his career though? Or like how we?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Cause it's if you look.
What injury did he cop? What did he cop?
It was like a syndesmosis. It was like an ankle.
What the fuck is that?
It's like an ankle foot injury type of thing.
Really bad version of what Shooter did. Shooter did a low grade one.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a long termer.
Well, it could be a thing where it could fuck your whole career basically. Like in terms of you would play with it, but it would it'd be something that you would like live for the rest of your life with. So your foot and ankle wouldn't be 100% for the rest of your life.
Wow, bit of a spanner in the works there.
Yeah. Fact of the matter is, I've heard no reports linking us to Butters. I know we pitched to him, but I know Collingwood. If Collingwood even fucking were farting in Zach Butters' direction, that they'd be saying that we were chasing him. The fact that they're not even mentioning Collingwood means that it really must be like a dead issue. I mean, that's just what my gut's telling me. Like, they'd sell more papers if they could keep mentioning Collingwood and Zach Butters in the same sentence.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, if you look at all the players we've gotten in the past, I don't think there's been one reporter that's gotten any of the recruits we've gotten in the past before. So if anything, you could actually say it actually makes more sense for us to get Butters because no one's mentioning it because they never mentioned Houston until last minute. They never mentioned Perryman. They never mentioned Schultz. Like, no one had any idea Schultz was even leaving at one point. And then all of a sudden you heard, Schultz is going to Collingwood. It's going to be done by the end of the day. It's like, what? You know, like all these players when they get to Collingwood, like, and you know, I mean Houston, because originally Houston was going to go to Melbourne, then he's going to go to Carlton, and then all of a sudden there was this article of Nick Dacos trying to recruit Houston, and then there's I guess Houston's going to Collingwood, and then a couple of days later he then gets to Collingwood. So these like reporters, if they're not mentioning Collingwood, I don't know, it sounds strange, but I feel like we're more of a chance if he's not mentioned. Because you look at the track record, it's like, don't mention if there's a good player out there, don't mention us because it means we're probably more of a chance of getting you.
I'm on the fence. Like I want him, but I mean, I just want him in the team. I hate what you've got to give up for him.
Yeah, it's unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast, man. Yeah,
I don't like giving up like what could end up being like what Paul often says. It's like what you could be giving up 3 250-game players for one guy who's, you know, maybe got 150 games left.
Yeah.
It's
great when it works, and it's great if you're right. If you're about to like pounce on winning two or three flags, then you're willing to sell your future to win 2 flags.
Yeah,
it depends where we're at, where we see ourselves at, and
Cripps. Paul says Cripps went at 63.3 disposal efficiency. That's been my biggest bugbear with Cripps, and in my previous stoushes with Rocco, when he talks about Cripper like he's one of the greatest players to ever fucking grace us with his presence. It's like I've always said, mate, the guy's a hack kick, you know, and that just brings him down to the fucking pack, mate. He's a hack kick, mate. All right, he's a fucking contested ball beast. But having said that, I've never seen him fucking destroy us, man. I've seen him have good games, but I've seen him get absolutely nullified against us. And tonight, all right, he got his 30 posies, but he didn't fucking do anything that killed us, man. All right, he got those fucking free kicks for goals. Apart from that, man, I didn't even notice. Like I noticed him out there, but you know, look, the stats don't lie, mate. 63% disposal efficiency. Fucking let him get it fucking 30 times, man. It's not going to, you know. Fucking hell, man.
Because also as well, when it comes to sorry, just to touch on Josh.
Yeah, go back.
As well, when it comes to Butters, I think it also helps the fact because Port's currently 15th at the moment. So if they would, if Butters was to leave, and let's just say they don't match, they would basically get pick 5 because I mean they already had pick 4 unless they traded. I'm not exactly aware of that, but if they had pick 4. The free agencies thing will get them pick 5.
Yeah.
So would pick 5 to them be a better option than anything we can trade for them? Trade for Butters. So, but also as well too, we could even just play. I don't know if we will do this, but we could also just play dumb and be like, hey, like, you know, we probably don't know if we're going to give you Ed Allen or we don't know if we're going to give you whichever player or blah blah all this stuff. You know, and try and get Port to even just say, hey, we're just not going to match because pick 5 is just too good to ignore anyway. And we know picks, you know, let's just say we give them our first 2 first-round picks for, say, this year and, say, next year, hypothetically. And then, and then we give you, say, Ed Allen and maybe another player like Bo or someone. Let's just say for hypothetical reasons. I think with that all packaged up, I think they would rather take like a pick 5. Because if the first round picks are like, say, let's just say it's pick 15 and 16, let's just say, wouldn't pick 5 be a better result? Because it's also the one pick. It also nets them points towards someone like the Doug Cochran that's a part of the draft. I feel like they would actually not match and take the pick 5, because I'd have 4 and 5. That should get them enough points to get pick 1 for Cochran. Sounds like it's pretty straightforward to me.
Yeah.
So they actually might not match, which then makes it so much easier for someone like us. And imagine if we get fucking Butters for nothing outside of obviously draft the salary cap. But imagine if we got Zach Butters for nothing. Because the other thing as well too, like when a club matches a bid for any of these clubs, like it happens like so little. It's like so rare. The last one was Jeremy Cameron, and Jeremy Cameron left 6 years ago. So are we saying that the next one that hasn't happened within six years will be this year? When can't even tell you even the one before that. I'm sure maybe someone might say it in the comments. If they do, please do. But it's really rare they actually take. It's really rare they match. Like, and when they do, I mean, Butters would be that type. And who knows? Maybe this injury opens up the fact that they won't also match as well, and they'll just go, "Nah, fuck it, we'll just take pick 5," because this injury could really fuck him up now.
Yeah.
Let's just pick 5, reset. Let's just sort of wipe our hands with it. Obviously, wish Zach Butters the best, but Zach Butters could also just be a complete dud, and then make whatever team he goes to, he could make them unhappy because he could be stuck for the rest of his career because of the ongoing issues with this injury.
Yeah.
I think it might just be better just to make everybody happy, not match, and then Port get pick 5, and then the club, wherever he goes to, they get Butters. So there might be a situation where they don't match now, which is fucking crazy because I wouldn't have thought that even like last week or the week before.
Yeah. So this injury could be a fucking blessing in disguise, mate. You never know.
Yeah, for pretty much.
Yeah. And
because again, I'm pretty sure it might have even been a Port Adelaide official even came out and said that we want to basically get this Doug Cochran kid. He's either father, son, or NG. I can't remember which one, but he's basically going to go pick 1. But obviously, Port need another pick inside the. I don't know what pick they need exactly, but I would imagine 4 and 5 would get it done. That gets them Cochran. They're happy. Whatever. Hopefully, Butters comes to us and makes us happy. There's really not much blood being spilled, and everyone's happy at the end of the day.
Yeah. All right. Ed Allen was our last player. We're going on to Steele side bottom now, and Steele side bottom. Yeah, I know. We could skip it. We could go quickly, but all I'll say is that in that second quarter when he had the ball, and mate, you would think he's an experienced player. He should have known that there was Carlton players around him. It was a moment when you just boot that ball fucking as far as possible. And instead, he thought, I'll try and do a sidestep or some shit. He got fucking pinged, and he looks slow, man. It's fucking scary now, mate. Yeah.
I love Peter's comment.
What do you say?
In terms of getting Butters, we could package Ed Allen and Void into a package deal for Butters.
I'm not even saying
Well, if Allen does go to Port, I'm fearing Void goes to Port too, mate. Like,
I'm not even steak knives in this deal. I'm more like a rusty spoon.
Oh, mate.
But as for Sidey, yeah, thank you for your service. You know.
Yeah, I don't want to get too mean and nasty with Sidey because he's a fucking legend of this football club.
Yeah, exactly.
And nothing can change that. You know, it just hasn't been a good season for him. Every part of me would love for him to turn it around and for him to prove me wrong, but yeah, his time's up. Father time comes for everybody, and it's come from it's come for Sidey, and especially when you're pointing fingers on telling others like Ed Allen to do better and things like that when it comes to manning up and positioning and things like that. Come on, Sidey, like you're a fucking legend of this club. Yeah, I don't want to be shit canning an absolute legend of this club, but he needs to retire at the end of the year.
Yeah, it's just getting a bit. I feel bad watching him sometimes.
It's sad, isn't it? Yeah.
I got mad tonight, like on the backstage, but
yeah,
I got frustrated. But at the end of the day, I just I know he's trying, and it's just that he's not phoning it in. He just doesn't have a fucking phone extension anymore.
All right. Let's move on to. I've mentioned it earlier, and I'll mention it again because I'm fucking proud of myself because I fucking tipped this, mate. Bo, 15-2, mate. Exactly what I fucking predicted. Yeah. It was more out of hope.
Could you imagine if we got like 14 disposals? How pissed off
yeah. We've got a Port Adelaide supporter in the chat. What's he saying here? Pick 5 will get chewed up in the Dougie thing if we don't match Ultimate. What's he trying to say?
Wait. Yeah, no, he's from.
This is my alt account as a newly minted Port Adelaide.
Is this you, Void? No, we know you're an Essendon agent.
No, I know exactly who this is.
Well, your mate yours?
Yeah, I've done some streams with him in the past. With
okay.
Do you remember the St Kilda supporters scoops?
No.
Anyway. There's a St Kilda supporter who does content and stuff. I did some streams with him, and Chano was on as well.
All right.
I haven't been on there in a couple of years, but yeah.
Welcome, Shano. Thanks for joining us, mate. Really hope we get butters off you, mate. For peanuts, if possible.
What does it mean by the pick 5 won't get chewed up though? Because if they don't match, then they'll get compensation, and it would be pick 5.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Unless 4 and 5 don't match up to pick 1, which I know the new rules are so shit. Which thanks Scoops, wonderful club you have.
Because of all the whinging, because of who conceived boys that were interested in football and who didn't.
I know, and they have to fucking change the rules to placate them. Fucking hell.
Yeah, because it's our fault that they're not getting it. I'll get some cancelled.
Enough about St Kilda and back to my fucking clairvoyancy fucking powers. Bo McCreary fucking 15-2, fucking best game of the season for him. May it continue because he looked really good out there, man. He looked interested. He was fucking tackling hard. Mate, there was he copped a free kick against him, which was bullshit as well. Kicked a nice fucking long goal from fucking outside 50 set shot. His other goal was a snap in congestion, which, when we were really pressuring. So, fuck it, hell, mate. Well done, Bo.
Dare I say it, I saw him on the bench tonight. Actually pointing when he was on the bench, engaged in the game. It was happening on the ground even when he was on the bench. Paul said Fly gave him a bake at 3/4 time last week, and I'm hoping that this is what that is. That he's turning it around and he's got a fire lit under him now. He didn't even. He had a sort of an indifferent first half, but geez, he really did make up for it in the second half.
I tell you what, though, and I keep saying this with Bo. I've said it for such a long time. This dude has so much potential and talent. It's actually a crime that he's dished out such little performances. And I know people are going to laugh when I say this and stuff, but this guy should be a top 10 player in the comp right now. That's how good this
big
guy
call,
is.
Man.
But he genuinely fucking is, and it shits me that because he doesn't give a shit. If he had I keep saying if he has the Nick Davis mentality, the Checkers mentality, where he's like a footy nuffy, and so if he has that footy passion, he would be like a top 10 player in this comp. But he just doesn't care. He's more concerned about his motorbikes and his cars and all this stuff.
Supermodel misses, yeah.
Well, that only came last season and stuff. So and you like to hope that she's getting into his ear, being like, "Hey, I want all these purses and stuff." So do your fucking job. So,
mate, she would not want to fucking be living in fucking Tassie, man. Fuck it all. But you're right, man. I've always liked him. Yeah, I've always liked Bo. But these last fucking 7-8 weeks have fucking really turned me off him. But this game here, and the Carlton contingent on Thursday was saying, "Oh, fucking Bo scares the fuck out of us," and we were laughing at him. Take him, we'll say. But after tonight, it's like they must be thinking, "Fuck, this McCreary fucking loves us, mate," and he does, mate. For some reason, gets Carlton, mate. He fucking steps it up, mate.
Yep.
That's the other thing too. So if they're getting another guy in, then they actually scrap the whole. But then again, if you get the Sparrow thing, you probably just get Sparrow, because Sparrow's. I might be talking out of turn here, but Sparrow, that'd get done for like a 3rd round pick or something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think is Sparrow any good, because if it's like a fringe player and stuff, they normally just get that done real quick through a trade as like a 3rd round pick anyway. Because that's normally how they.
He's a second midfielder.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, he's probably well, yeah, he's had a really good season.
Yeah. Is this Sparrow from Melbourne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He'll be a. I mean, that's a I mean, I don't know. I think he might be leaning towards staying at Melbourne, from what I've heard. But he's a top player.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks for that, Shano. You come across as a decent bloke.
He is. I can advocate for him. He's pretty good.
Welcome anytime, mate. Thank you for that information from you. Thanks for enlightening us on this situation, and good luck for the rest of the season, mate. And just putting it out there, mate, next time we play us, jump on, mate. We'll have a yarn before the game. All right, who's next? Bruzzy Maynard, another Bruzzy Maynard game, crunching tackles. What more can we say? He steps up every week. Just quietly, who was our captain? It was Nicky. Nicky was captain tonight, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, man, I reckon Nicky's got a good record as captain in regards to win-loss ratio.
All right. I wonder if that's intentional. We just We just give Brazil all the shit games, all the games that we think that we're not going to win. Just so that we can pop up Nick when he's captain. Oh, look, Nick's undefeated as captain, even though we had like 5 losses in the year or something.
Yeah,
all right. The 5 losses came under Brazil.
Let's go on a little segue here. Okay, there's been a bit of discussion in regards to the captaincy for next year, and Benny Zero and Anthony from Pies Footy have put it out there. They like the idea of co-captaincy. It seems inevitable that I haven't heard anything, but it just seems inevitable that Darcy Moore is not going to be the captain next year. Me, personally, my point of view, I do not like the co-captaincy idea. I think we just give it to Nick, and that's it. Nick captains the team. Bruzzy can be a captain in the back line. He's a leader. We know what he is, man. He's he's heart and soul. And I know he's done the hard yards. He probably deserves some kind of official recognition as a captain kind of thing. But I just like the long-term thing of Nick. He's young. He's already a leader. We see it, mate. We see it out on the ground, mate. He's been mentored in his first few years, by some leaders like Pendles and all that. He's ready, mate. Give him the captaincy now while he's young. Let him experience a nice long career as our captain, and hopefully it culminates in him holding that cup up multiple times in the next 10 years. That's my view. Do you guys share that view?
Yeah, I think this is basically 2 conversations. I feel like this is the internally they can do whatever they want, because at the end of the day, as long as we don't hear it, who gives a shit, right? But I think externally you have to have only one captain, because I think it's it's the messaging, it's the PR, it's all these things externally. You need to have one person. I mean, they could have co-captains, and they can do whatever they want internally and stuff. Because at the end of the day, like, it's not like they're going to even mention, oh, I'm just going to go to Nick because he's captain, or I'm going to go to Brozzy because he's captain, or players are going to go to whoever they want to go to for advice and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure even when Tom Mitchell was there, I'm sure if there was a midfielder that was struggling with form, they'd go to Tom Mitchell. Didn't have any leadership labels, but I'm sure they would have went to him for advice, right? So I think the label stuff is, it doesn't really matter to any point. It's just more of a label so that externally, I guess media can know, okay, well, that guy's captain and blah, blah, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then who has what sort of accountability to what, like, they can all figure that shit out. But when it's external, you need to have the one guy the one guy that's ready to go down with the shit when shit goes bad. But then you also need a guy that's obviously humble enough when things go good. It's like, okay, no, this was a team effort, blah, blah, all that crap. So externally, it just needs to be Nick. He's an absolute gun. You can see he's also trying to make a difference by leading on field through actions. He's even throwing his finger around, trying to point in directions, telling people where to go, what to do, all this stuff. Unfortunately, Brazzy, it was just too little too late in terms of what he's done in terms of leader. But in terms of that, just because he's not captain doesn't mean they're not going to talk to him internally and they're not going to use him for advice and shit like that. So, and it's even with like Matt's comment, it doesn't even matter that Nick's the best player in the league. Like it's. I mean, I guess it helps because it's going to help him be like I know it's obviously cricket related, but it helps him be like a Ricky Ponting type of captain where he can basically grab a game by the scruff of the neck and say, "Hey guys, like, hop on my back. I'll get you guys over the line." So there's like that way where you can lead, but again, they can do whatever they want internally, and people will go to whoever they want to go to and stuff. But externally, you need to keep it simple. You need to keep it easy. and you need to keep it streamlined, because otherwise it's, even with like media, like, you know, the media are what they are for a reason, and yeah, if you just have just the one person doing all the media and stuff, I just feel like that's probably the best way to do it. I mean, there is a reason why co-captains have only been a thing in recent times. Like sometimes, you know, tradition is good for a reason. Sometimes it's been, you know, it's been efficient for a reason. So just keep the one captaincy, you know, have that player be the face of the club. Nick is very well suited to that. And I mean, I guess it kind of sucks for Brazzy in some sort of sense, but really at the end of the day, like Brazzy's a fucking legend and will go down as a player for his football club, and there's going to be no respect lost, and he's still going to be appreciated just as much as he was in previous years. And,
exactly.
And again, like all that shit's just fucking labels at the end of the day. Like, let's just call it for what it is.
And at the end of the day, if it does happen that Maynard gets it, I'm not going to be fucking screaming and fucking moaning about it. But I prefer Nick.
I don't think I would agree with it. But again, if that's the direction they want, but again, when it's external, have one captain, have two, maybe three max vice captains, and then that's about it. Because again, you don't want to have this whole big leadership group. It's like, all these guys you can talk to, or even if you have a captain, vice captain, and then maybe a leadership group through forwards, mids, and backs, like one forward, one midfielder, one back, and then have them as like the deputy vice captains for their respective thirds, and then just leave it at
that. Voidoid, are you going to be a contrarian in this, or do you agree with us?
Yeah, don't mind which one. If Nick doesn't, if Nick's okay with it, I don't want him to be the captain just like because they think he'll crack the shits if he's not.
Yeah.
Like if that's not a problem, if that's not an issue, and he's fine with it, I'd love Rossi to do it for a couple of years, just because I do think I'd like to see him get it. I'd like to see him have it for a little while, just because I just, for obvious reasons, like because he's everything that's been stated before, you know, before by greatness and by everyone else, like the plaudits can't be high enough for him, and that Gold Coast game a couple of weeks ago is a perfect example of what he embodies and what he puts his body through to you know, for our team. And I wouldn't mind seeing him just have a shot at it until Nick takes it over after that. But look, I don't mind if it's Nick though. Not phased.
All right. I'm going to just go back to Ed Allen for a bit, because I forgot to bring this up. Voidoid, you are every week when I do the pre-game show and I'm bringing opposition supporters, you tend to have a big spat with the opposition main guy. You did it against my cousin Taz, the North Nuffy that's got no idea. But then you had a big one with Rocco.
I'm actually a really cruisy, mild-mannered guy.
That's what I thought, mate.
I mean, I do have a bit of a spicy side because I'm Italian, but I'm actually not that confrontational normally, you know? Like, I don't...
Asian in the comments.
I think with me, because I grew up in a family full of fucking people that yelled like all the time, like aunties or whatever, I don't like it. It's shrill and it fucking shits me. If someone starts raising their voice at you, I can't help it. It's just a reaction. Like I get angry, you know?
But it must have been the two Italians, mate, going head to head, mate. Rocco versus Void. But I tell you what, I'm sure after watching that game, if Rocco is a serious observer of football, he knows who fucking Ed Allen is now, mate. Ed Allen didn't fucking destroy Cripps or anything like that. Yeah,
that wasn't the premise though either. Like
Yeah.
the premise, the thing. What I said he would. You didn't even play against him anyway, so it's moot.
yeah,
He'll struggle. He'll curtail. It was just pretty much what he's been doing. It was it was net one comment where it was even suggested Cripps was Ed Allen was a better player than Cripps.
Yeah.
And the tagger is not, a tagger's got a completely different role anyway. It's not a like for like. A tagger, it's not Nick versus Cripps head to head, in the midfield. It's a tagger's, nullifying. So it's a different type of notch on their belt. I don't know why it's got crossed, I guess. Who knows?
Yeah, I know. Rocco's he's a cantankerous type, mate, That's
I've got him in the family and they can all get fucked.
And look, he didn't show his face at halftime, Mello. I was with Bo at halftime and some other guys, but Rocco wasn't there. And I thought to myself at the end of the game, last time I caught up with Rocco at the end of the game, but I thought to myself this time, you know what, man? I just want to get home. I'm fucking freezing. I'm not going to wait outside gate 3 and fucking, let the crowd build up. And, I actually watched the last probably minute on a screen just near the turnstiles there near the exit. And I thought as soon as the 20 seconds to go, the ball was dead. And I thought, I'm out of here. I'm going to get that fucking train and get a nice comfortable seat. And I achieved that, which was the main thing. So I'll just let Rocco drown in his sorrows.
I did hop on the comments of the stream before. I didn't really listen in. I just was reading the comments. All the same people that were saying they were going to be pushing for top 4 and I want the whole fucking place burned down.
Oh, that's a must rewatch tomorrow, mate. There one. I'll be definitely fucking entertaining myself while I'm at work tomorrow night, mate.
The fluctuation is wild, like how and then for 6 weeks before that they were all garbage and now they're garbage again.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
I don't think I've watched one of those in a while, actually, to be fair.
Yeah. Look, I only watch them when they lose, mate. When they win, you don't want to. They get all smug and they start fucking getting all these grandiose fucking visions, But now they're back to they're back to their normal selves now, which is fantastic to see. May it continue in perpetuity.
There was a guy last year when we flogged Carlton in the corresponding game, the second one last year, and I think it was Blue Abroad though, and I don't know how it came up. I think it popped up on my feed, and I just clicked on it. There was a guy, on the fan cams, and the way the sound that came out of his throat when he started screaming and squawking about Carlton and how it was just. I'll have to put it in the chat one night because it was just hilarious. It was like a cartoon character, a real comical voice.
Yeah. Oh, mate, they're an odd bunch, aren't they? Oh well, enough of them. They're our bunnies. It's not a rivalry. Look, mate, I said it to Rocco when he come on, mate. Oh, the greatest rivalry. I'm like, hold on a second, buddy. Mate, what kind of a rivalry is this when one team wins all the time, mate? Are you going to contribute to this fucking rivalry, man? Fucking hell, mate.
I know, it's kind of like having a barbecue and they just brought a cinnamon bun and you brought the brisket.
Yeah. This is the strange thing what age brings up here, yeah? I grew up with a lot of Italians, mate. They were all Carlton supporters, but you too, mate. You, Adrian, Void, Benny Zero, staunch Collingwood supporters, man. I know there's a lot of Italians that vote for Collingwood, but the majority of them, you know, the Lygon Street thing, Carlton, and yeah.
Can tell you where it started. It'll very quickly. My uncle, when he came over from Italy, my great uncle when he came over from Italy, I think there must have been a team or something over there that had the black and white stripes.
Yep.
And I think he started barracking for Collingwood, and then Dad was a little kid. Dad barracked for Collingwood, and then I was forced to barrack for Collingwood, and then we were all forced to barrack.
Yeah. Okay. Now, while we've got this gentleman up on the screen, Age Mel, you all know who he is. He comes on. He's got that deep voice, and he's very articulate, and he, talks very well. Age Mel, everyone in the chat, okay? Age Mel has started his own channel, okay? And I want every single person that is in this chat to subscribe to him. He's doing videos on past Collingwood players, and he produced his first video yesterday or today, I think. And support him. Jump on. He's one of us. He's this is a great thing that's going on with the Warble, myself, and now Age, and Ultimate Greatness has also got a channel as well. So get onto it, guys. Subscribe to him. Get him. Let him get a foot in the door, and before you know it, he'll be up there as well. So looking forward to more videos from Age. Well done, buddy. Okay. All right. Sam Swadley. What did he get? 13?
Can we actually put his link in the chat as well? I can do that if you want.
Yeah, can you do that? Because I don't know how to do it properly. I'll probably go onto another screen and absolutely fucking, Can you do it?
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. I subscribe to him.
Second. Or Age, put it up. Put the link up in the chat. I'll make you a mod right now as we speak. Hold on, sorry.
No, I found the video.
Did you? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Are you chucking it up now?
Yeah. I'm seeing it now.
There we go. There it is there. It's in the chat, guys. Every single one of you, click on that, subscribe, and get it all going.
Yeah, no, let's make sure we look after each other in this community, and we all make awesome content. And I'm not making any promises, but just
get your act together, Shorty, mate. Come on, mate. We're catching up to you, mate. Yeah, what are you on? 700, 800 subscribers, mate. You better get going before we catch up, mate.
Before I stopped dropping subs, I was just under 600. I think I'm around like 530 now, though, because I've dropped it there. Yeah. But let's just say, maybe, I'm starting to get the itch back. So I don't know if that's, maybe it's a drug habit I'm trying to kick or something. But yeah, I'm itching. Let's put it that way.
Well, if you want to get the itch back, there's a way to get it. You just got to go down to St Kilda and.
Yeah, I don't want one of those itches. I'm good on
that. Yeah. All right.
Age, you're going to call your channel the Age of Reason? That's a
has to be, mate.
To it, right?
I like it, because he is the Age of Reason, mate.
He's measured with a sonorous voice that's velvety tone.
Yeah, it's a radio announcer's voice. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a Barry White voice. It's like,
Mate, he's got the voice and the fucking face, mate. Fucking hell, mate.
Yeah, no.
He's got it all, mate.
Actually, what was that old YouTube video that used to be really popular? Like when I say early days, like would have been like the first year of YouTube. Like there was like this song, and it was like Chocolate Rain. That dude had a really deep voice. It'd be really cool to hear him sing that song.
You know what Adrian should do? All right,
Yeah.
he should on his channel. He should go on there and act like he's Jamie Elliott, because he looks like Jamie Elliott.
Yeah.
It's like Jamie Elliott himself doing There you go. No worries, mate. You did the first thing, Adrian, man. You started. That's the main thing, yeah. Because I remember when I was first thinking about doing this, man, it was kind of like, shouldn't I? Then I just fucking bit the bullet. Fuck it, just do it. And that's what you did, man. And that's what Matt, the Warble, did as well. You just got to start it, man. And once you're in, mate. And before you know it, mate, things start rolling, man. It's all good.
Yeah, just know when you start off, quantity over quality. The quality will come eventually as you learn through your mistakes. And
fucking oath, man.
Yeah,
mate, my first few streams were fucking putrid, mate. It's terrible. I still got them up there just to remind myself how fucking shit it was. Not that it's improved much, but yeah.
I mean, if I go back and look at some of my earlier stuff, yeah. I was obviously a lot younger too, like, because I started my channel back in 2012. Was it 2012?
Yeah.
Somewhere? Yeah, that's 14 years ago now.
Yeah, fucking hell. You're the OG, mate. You're the original.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
Original greatness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the first greatness.
The first and the only greatness, mate. That's why the ultimate is perfect, mate. The ultimate greatness. There will not be another greatness, mate. You know.
Yeah.
And only your mates can call you Sean too, mate. You know, that's the main thing.
Yeah. In terms of the name, though, so the name Ultimate has always followed me. I don't know why. I've always seen. Like I'll give you a quick story with like the name and everything. So this was a bit of a. So when I was playing footy, right, for my junior footy club, we couldn't find like a jumper that couldn't like fit me and stuff. So we had this like really like a jumper from like a few years back, and it had like different like bits of like advertising on and stuff. And I can't remember exactly what the business was called, but I had the big words like Ultimate on top of the on top of the back of the jumper, and it was like number 96. So I just had like Ultimate and then like 96. So that's why like I had like 96 was like a number I had for a while. And then called myself a few names, and then I had some like just boring names after Ultimate. And then I want to say it was around 2016, 2016. I was like, I kind of want a bit of a name change, because I was like Ultimate TV or something. No, not TV. I can't remember. Anyway, I was sort of like, okay, what are the two most obnoxious words I can think of? Because when I was going to do YouTube, I was, I wasn't going to take it serious. I was going to take the piss. So I'm like, what's something that like kind of doesn't make sense, but just is like just a good like, a good name, just full of vibes, and just like, it doesn't make sense, but fuck it, let's just go with it. And that's why Ultimate Greatness is perfect, because it was just like the two words should never go together, but that's the whole point. Is that like it's just fuck it, let's just roll with it. So that's why it was sort of like, it's such a shit name, but a good name at the same time.
Oh, it's a best
like
name.
The whole point of it is like, it's not supposed to make sense. That was the whole point.
Yeah.
Because I was supposed to be someone on YouTube where I do like let's plays for like video games and stuff, and the whole point was I just play it and just take the piss.
Yeah.
So so I'd be like playing video games and stuff, and I'd be like, hey, like look at me, I'm the best video game ever, and like my character would die in like 10 seconds later. Like, no, guys, you didn't see that. That didn't happen, guys. Like, so just take the piss and just vibe out.
Yeah.
So there you go, bit of history.
Yeah. All right. Samuel Swadley, 13 posies. Good. That's good, man. He's all right. Kicked the goal. He's in the team, mate. Leave him in there, Fly. Fucking don't have any of these fucking funny little moments of yours, mate, where you drop some young kid, man. Leave him in there, man. He's all right, mate.
Yeah, 13 disposals of about 15 minutes of game time. Awesome work, Fly.
He was busy.
Yeah.
He was very busy when he was there on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to add anything? I was just going to rifle through these last few.
Just increase his minutes for God's sakes. Like he's fucking 19 or 18, 19. Like just play.
Well, 80%. Did he get 80? Is that 80%? I need my fucking glasses. No, it's 60. Sorry, I need my glasses, mate.
No, that's Pyramid. Pyramid got 85.
Yeah,
it's incrementing. It's up from 56.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say that he had a 53 maybe 2 weeks ago. So slowly building.
And we've got a nice little statistic fucking forming with Swadling, mate. Fucking 100% record, mate.
Yeah.
As wins, mate, as a player. Fucking keep him in there, mate.
And Charlie West got 78% game time. Like, was that more than he was getting before?
Not sure, mate. Not sure. Yeah.
Because I just see a kid and I see 78%. I'm like, damn, that's a bit high for a kid. Normally we don't do that. Normally Wade comes in and he's like, no, that's not happening.
Because he's a forward, he's probably going to get more.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because Q got 76, so you got more than Q, so there you go.
Pez turned the ball over a bit tonight.
He did, man. And he got caught behind a couple of times too, I noticed. Yeah. But we love him. That's it.
Yeah.
He's, I'd look, man, Pezza. You know what? I'd love to see this next week, all right? Jezza Howe comes back in. We've got a back line with Jezza Howe, Frampton, and Puncher as the talls. Pezza, fucking sneak him into that midfield mix, mate. Give us a nice little new dimension there, man. Fucking hell, mate. He can do it, man. He did it against St Kilda. He fucking played on Naz. Fucking not only fucking beat him, got more not only nullified him, but got more posies than him as well. And that's the only time we've seen him in the midfield, mate. He came here wanting to play midfield, mate. I know he's been required back there, but come on, man. He's a classy player. He's hard at it. He's classy. Uses the ball well. All the midfield attributes you would want, man. As the season goes into the last part, it's an ace up our sleeve, man. I would love to see him in the midfield, man. Do you guys agree with that? Like,
yep.
I think he's been wasted back there. But look, he's had to do a job back there. Yeah, we've been short sometimes. We've needed him, but I just think he's got too many good attributes that are being wasted. You put him in the midfield, I reckon it'll work well with Nick, and we could be surprised, man. And mate, if we could have him, and Ed Allen and Nick buzzing around in there, it gives us a new dimension, man.
Special mention, and I just want to bring it up because
it
was awesome until he got injured. He had Wizard fucking Watson's measure in that first half of that Hawthorn game. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Albeit playing as a defender. Yeah, he did. He did his hammy after that. Wizard was whizzing around and Perryman was chasing after him and was beating him. Yeah, he was. Yeah. There you go. Harvey Harrison linked up very well. There was a moment where I think it was the third or it was at the Punt Road end. Where were we kicking? Yeah, it was probably the last quarter. He was running. He took a bounce and he just fucking bombed it long. And he had more time. He had more time to fucking compose himself and probably find a better option. And he just fucking bombed it long, and they got an intercept. And yeah, but apart from that, he's back in the team and he contributed. Didn't set the house on fire. 13 posies. Good output for a youngster that's trying to cement his spot in the team. Should not be dropped. Probably won't be dropped, which is good. Yeah, did okay, Harvey Harrison.
They're good team. They're good teams. Like what you're seeing across the board is like a lot of contributors, like team stats. They're not there's not 20s, 30s, 40s throughout their list. Carlton has like all these guys in the 20s. We've got guys that are all sort of log jammed at like 12, 13, 14 disposals, but they've all contributed to a really well-balanced team game tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Josh Jacobs, I love your input in the chat, mate. I think you're saying that in the comments in regards to my Pezza suggestion that to put him in the midfield, you're saying there's enough to go through there. Nick, Geordie, Allen, Long. I reckon Pezza brings more than Long, Pendles, Bo and Anderson, if you ask me. I reckon he would be a class above all of those you've mentioned there, except for Allen, Geordie and Nick. Just me, man. I just like to see him more involved rather than trying to jump up against some fucking monster or fucking trying to chase some little whizzy bastard, around.
People forget he was a pick 13 originally.
Yeah, there you go, man. And that's because he's a classy player, mate,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Gus Anderson, fucking great game, yeah? Fucking low possession game. But looked good up forward, man. Looked dangerous. Fucking, we needed pressure up forward, and he provided that, man. Should have kicked 2 because he missed a fucking easy one from about 40 metres out. Gus Anderson, mate. All of us love him, want him to fucking be in the team. Didn't disappoint us too much and should stay in the team for next week.
Yep. No argument. Yeah. Great. Looks dangerous when he's near goal, and he's an impact player. If he doesn't have the tank yet, I'd just say go out 5-10 minutes at a time, do maximum damage.
Yeah.
Then go on the bench.
Yeah, and looks like an old-fashioned player from the 70s too, with that fucking, with the fucking scraggy hair and the fucking mustache, like the 70s porn star look. But just for that reason, he plays for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
He does look like Joey Silvera or John Holmes.
Yeah, Johnny Holmes, yeah.
Yeah. Do we sort of see someone like an Anderson, do we see him playing the half-forward role on maybe not like a permanent basis, but like at least till he builds up that tank? That's sort of like the role he plays till then?
Yeah. And just pinch hit in the midfield.
And sort of just be like a bit of a bow, basically.
Yeah. See, with Elliott and Shooter out, we need role players now to do jobs in that forward line, with different attributes. We've got Harvey Harrison, Anderson, Westy, those guys. Less. I know Long kicked 2 goals, but he's not going to do that every week, mate. Anderson, he looks more comfortable up forward, and yeah, man, he's just fucking doing a job, man. Good on him. Charlie West. Have I heard the nickname for Charlie West is the Sheriff? Can someone? I've heard that.
That's breaking news to me.
Is it? Yeah. Can
I've called
someone?
him the Wild West
Yeah.
before, not the Sheriff.
Can Chronicles GBT fucking back me up on that? I thought I've heard that. I could be wrong, but fucking hell, 7 marks, 4 contested. Fucking took 2 nice clunks in the first quarter, and I'm thinking, fuck, how good's this? And by the end of the game, Carlton supporters were bemoaning the fact that how the fuck did Collingwood get all these fucking young players out of nowhere? Well, we always had him, mate. We were just waiting for Fly to give him an opportunity, and here he is, his best game for the club. And keep him in there, mate. Keep him in there. Let Membry and McStay get the main guys and focusing on them, and Westy can do it, do his work. And very interesting, Look at the Westy and Buller, Buller's got fucking 6 centimetres on him, mate. Couldn't clunk a mark. And there you go. There's Westy, mate. Did he just kick the one? He only kicked one. He kicked 1-1. He should have kicked 2. That kick on the angle.
Yeah, that's the shot that he missed to the left. That was inexcusable.
He should have fucking ran around or something and slotted that through. He probably does that a million times, 10 out of 10. He'll do that 10 times in a row at training, I reckon. He'll just slot him straight through. But he'll learn from that, mate.
He's very mobile. He could almost be sort of a weird type of midfielder almost as well.
Yeah.
He's got the mobility to do just about anything, I reckon.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever see him playing just starving in the forward line, Yeah. He gets up the ground. He took some pretty difficult marks tonight.
Yeah, and he took marks with, someone fucking right behind him too, like right on him, and he just fucking, clunked him, mate. They went straight into the mitts, mate. One, no fumble shit, just bang, like a vice, and he's 20 years old, man, and it's an Ed Allen situation, Ed Allen, he just grew. He grew after a few weeks, and now he fucking belongs. And I really hope this happens for Westy as well, mate. Give him nice, give him the rest of the season, mate. And let's hope he has a good one against one of the big teams, like against an Adelaide or a Brisbane or a Geelong. You want him to have a good game against one of those teams, mate, just to give him more belief and,
Thing is, we're going to need him. We need him to. We need one of those guys to come in and do what he's doing. What he did tonight. Next week when we play Adelaide, it's going to be really important to us. It's not even about blooding him. We need him to contribute. That's what we need from these guys. They're important right now to get us these wins that we need.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Isaac Quaynor. He was all right. First came back after the injury. Could have got more of the ball, but did his job. What else can you say?
Yeah. Are we? Because normally with Quaynor, he gets up and around like the early 20s and disposals as well. So. Are we just using this as because this is his game where he's returned from injury? We're not really that. We're not too keen to be super critical of him, given that we did win and it was his first game back.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Can you do me a favor quickly? Our stats across the board look really low, right?
Yeah.
I'm curious. I feel like it's an efficiency thing tonight. The way it was against Hawthorn. We only kick what do we kick? 6 or 7 behinds.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if Carlton had a lot more disposals than us. tonight.
Yeah, I think they did.
Team disposals.
Yeah. I don't know how to find it. Like team stats. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hold on a second. I got it.
I'm just curious because, like, what Greatness said's right, but I've noticed it's like across the board. Like everyone just is down a little bit, except for Nick, and for Nick, of course, it doesn't affect him. But
yeah.
Yeah, because I know. I think was it the Gold Coast game. I think it was. I think Nick had about 35, but we only had like 3 guys get over 20 disposals or something. And everyone else had like in the teens. Like at best.
They had like it's not a massive. Is 15 more a massive difference? Probably not, but
yeah. I feel like for the lowest disposal getter, I feel like 5 disposals is higher than normal. I feel like there's always someone with like 2 or 3. There's always like a couple with like 2 or 3 disposals.
They equaled us in the inside 50s.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I just wondered if that was what was at play, but no, it's just one of those weird things.
Wait, did we win the free kick count?
Yeah, we did. Can you believe it? Fuck me. That's why they're fucking sooking, mate. Yeah. But the glaring ones, they got the glaring ones, man. The bullshit fucking creeper dive ones, you know?
Yeah. That's the thing, though. I feel like those free kick like stats, they can be so like misleading because it's like, you know, was it one team got some bullshit free kicks and was the other team, you know, were they hunting down players and running them down and got hold of the balls, like, you know, and then like, was there something that missed? Was some like paid too much? Like, it's always
Look at this fucking discrepancy, man. Look at this discrepancy. 49 hitouts to 18, and they still won the clearances. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
That tells you we should have won that game by fucking 10 goals almost, mate. You know? Fucking hell.
Yeah, and all those 18 hitouts came from Liam Reedy. They had no one else that got hitouts.
Yeah.
Because I know Cripps was in there a little bit, but that was it.
Yeah.
Grant Thomas has been oddly supportive of us the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, he has.
Yeah. Said it last week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, last week. He
was nearly saying that we basically got like we basically got raped by the umpires pretty much. Like
last week, yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like every time we play North Melbourne, they always seem to love I don't know if it's just North Melbourne in general, but every time we play North Melbourne, they just love to pay free kicks against us when it comes to North Melbourne.
Yeah.
Like every time, like I always walk away from a North Melbourne game being like, fuck, like so many just like unnecessary free kicks.
Yeah. They killed us in the marks, but that's probably a lot of uncontested marks from chipping it around and not knowing where to go. That's what I noticed what they were doing.
They're playing keeping off.
Yeah. And Bocek said to me at halftime, he's like, all you guys have to do is just let us chip it around. We'll eventually give it back to you. Yeah. Look at that. Contested marks 9-1. Fuck. Fucking eye-opening stats, eh?
Yeah.
Yes. 72 tackles to 48. That's the game there.
Yep.
Fuck me. I thought they were tough tacklers, man.
I sort of said to you last night, whenever it was, like said, I think I just think they're playing above themselves a bit.
Yeah.
That hot streak.
Yeah.
It felt a little bit like fool's gold a little bit.
Yeah, it was a sugar hit, man. That's what it was, man. they got on a bit of a run. The players were a bit revitalised after all the bullshit with Voss and all that. They just came across teams that just happened to be in patchy little form slumps, right at the right time. And at the end of the day, mate, they played fucking Hawthorn, Richmond and Essendon, and fell in against fucking cellar dweller, doom and gloom fucking teams. They just fell in, man. They were lucky to win both those games. So if they cannot, with a straight face, look at someone and say, "Oh, we're in fucking good form." That's not good form, mate. All right, he's won fucking 6 in a row. He's had a good game against GWS away. He's beat Geelong in a tight one where, you talk to Lucas, fucking the umpires fucked Geelong right at the end too, And you fell in against Hawthorn and Geelong, You fell in against Essendon and Richmond, mate, So
I think the game, I forget who played on Cripps, but he only got 20 touches in the Richmond and the Essendon games.
Yeah.
So he didn't really perform in those games to his usual standard, and they really struggled.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Billy Boy Frampton, a lone hand up at the back. I shouldn't say lone hand because Puncher adequately supported him. Very lucky. Frampton didn't have to contend with Mackay because Mackay came off early in the game. We haven't touched on that a lot. If Mackay plays the whole game, how does the game? Do you think it's a nail biter?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I don't. I mean, yeah, it's anybody playing 2 down. That's a huge disadvantage.
Yeah.
Chera might have been a loss, but I don't know.
When did Chera come off? Do you know?
Was it like? I reckon he played half the game, didn't he?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize he was injured.
Yeah.
It's probably because I don't think he got much of the football, did he, before he went off? I'm not really sure. He might have, but when Mackay went off, I sort of said to the guys, I said, "Oh fuck!" I said, I was sort of excited that they're 1 down. I said, but we have a really terrible history with like a key forward going down. It actually helps them in the past. I was just getting PTSD flashes of the 2011 grand final when I thought, awesome, Potts-Yardley's out. And then it was like, oh, shit, that's helped them.
Yeah, Potts-Yardley was always a flat track bully.
Oh, they say that to Lucas, mate. Say it to Lucas's face, mate, next time you see him, all right?
I will.
Where are you, Lucas? Fuck.
Is he in the chat? No, he's not.
He was in the chat right at the start, but he's gone now.
He said he has a cricket thing tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, fair enough. Okay. Dan McStay, 2 goals right at the start. I'm thinking, fuck, he's in for a big fucking night. Missed another one. Took an absolute fucking monster contested grab. And the umpire decided to say, no, he pushed fucking poor Harry Dean in the back. And Carlton went fucking coast to coast and scored a goal when it should have been a shot at goal from about 30 metres out for us. McStay, fucking hell, man. Nice fucking season he's putting together, isn't he? Fucking hell.
Yeah, he's having a career best year.
Career best? Like I never followed him in Brisbane. To be honest, when we picked him up, when we picked him up, I'm like, McHoo? Like, seriously, Brisbane's forward line, all you think about was Danaher and Hipwood, and then I started watching McStay. When we had the interest, I started watching him, and he was having really quiet ones every week for Brisbane back then. And I'm thinking, fuck, man, who the fuck is this cunt? But credit where it's due, man. Fuck.
He got 10 hitouts as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
He looks comfortable too when he chops out too. He doesn't look that,
I'll tell you why. Because the best footy he ever played was the 2022 final series.
Okay.
And that was when, I can't remember who went down. I want to say it was Hipwood. Hipwood went down with an injury, and because he was their second ruck, McStay was forced to play second ruck. And throughout that whole final series, you could argue and make an extremely strong case he was not their best player, but their most important player that whole final series. Because he kicked 2 goals every game, but he also rucked and basically he would have got 15, 20 hit outs. And he was Brisbane's most important player. I mean, it wouldn't be as strong of an argument, but you could even argue he was Brisbane's best player.
Yeah.
I was about to say what Josh just put up right as he wrote it. We were both thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was impressed with that.
The number 3 key forward in the comp since round 10. Well, there you go.
And apparently
Josh Jacobs.
I want to say they said he kicked something like 15 goals since round 8 or something?
Yeah. Josh Jacobs still throwing up stats when minutes earlier. He's like, "Night, boys, I'm going to sleep." And since then, he's been throwing up stats still. So good on you, mate.
He just put on his superhero tape and he's toughed it out.
Well, I had it in your vault, Nick, that McStay would. I penciled him in for 40, which was I thought was like a crazy suggestion because he'd only ever kicked 28 before, but he's already hit the 30, 31 mark now.
There you go.
You know what? This is going to sound horrible. I don't mean it like the way it's going to come out. I'm shattered that Jamie had that injury, but also I reckon that McStay and Membry are combining a lot better together without Jamie Elliott in the forward line. And it's not to say that we don't want Jamie Elliott. I'm just noticing that they seem like they're playing a lot differently together now that the forward line's a little more. Because, see, Jamie flies for their marks a lot.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's the difference now.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. And last of all, Liam Puncher cemented himself in our defence. Looks like he has always played there. Does the 1%ers, man. When he needs to intercept, he intercepts. When he needs to punch, he punches, just like his name. And just quietly, with ball in hand, knows what to do, mate. That always makes the right decision. Didn't get much of it. What's that? 6 posies. Doesn't matter, man. We like him, mate. And as I said earlier in the show, in 3 short weeks, we've found a contested marker up forward and up at back and down back, and they're both very young and very good to see. And it's a fantastic opportunity for Puncher in the next few weeks to see how he goes against tougher opposition. He'll be up against more adept forwards than he's had to deal with. But I tell you what, last week against Jack Darling, that was an admirable job. Like Jack Darling, what did he kick? Fucking 1 or 2 or something. Didn't fucking set the house on fire. Redeemed himself last week after dropping an absolute sitter, but then came back and did that wonderful fucking, pass that set up a goal for us. And this week and last night, did more than a good job for us, mate. Took a nice, very important fucking intercept mark in that last quarter when the game was still on. Well done, man. Well done.
Did you watch the video the club put out on him this week?
No. Is it good? Yeah, with his parents and that, was it? Yeah.
Well, so him and Angry were friends and teammates in.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, they're
So
both from the
it was like
yeah.
it was a reunion between them two because they were already like good friends.
There you
And
go.
now they really are excited to be playing together at Collingwood.
Fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Great pickup.
I wonder if Gus even
Both
went
mild
to.
mannered too.
Yeah, I wonder if Gus even went to like whoever at the club being like, "Hey, this guy's all right."
Yeah.
I wonder if But then again, I don't know. Maybe it's his first year and he didn't want to step on any toes and stuff. But I do wonder, like, how often do footy clubs have like just casual footy chats, or even if it is like, or even if O'Brien does he go up to some of the players, be like, hey, what are some guys?
Yeah.
Because even with like Pommy and stuff, like Pommy, normally when it comes to the end of the year, he always seems to get some draftees to interview and stuff. And one of the questions he always asks them is, if you were a recruiter, who would be the one player in the draft you would take? And it didn't have to be like the best player. It was just like if you wanted someone to be drafted with you, who would it be? And chances are, if there was always a answer where it was like one dude, it would always be like a sleeper in the draft that would always turn out to be really good.
Yeah.
So it would always be like really like interesting to see like who the player was.
Yeah.
So I can't think of any examples off the top of my head, but there'd be like some players where they'll get taken in the third or fourth round, but then those are the guys where you see them in their first year and it's who the hell is this kid and Bob, all these things. But because someone higher up had them as a teammate and stuff, that the high pick player like knew that they were already good and they were like friends and all that stuff. But it's sort of interesting how like you would think that the recruiters would know everything, obviously, but it's just interesting when you can just have like players when players know more than the recruiters at times.
Yeah.
So I found that pretty interesting.
He's an accountant outside of football.
Puncher, yeah. I think he was working in the same facilities in the Lexus Centre. His office was there. So I'm pretty sure that's the case.
No, you're talking about Pods. Pods was.
That was Pods. Sorry about that. Yeah.
It'd be hard for him to work at Collingwood when he's in South Australia.
Yeah, with Puncher, I did not see this in his 2 or 3 games in the VFL before he got the debut. I did not see this, man. I thought, all right, we've got another player that's just going to be a stopgap in the VFL. So they must have saw a lot in him because he jumped, Ryan to get into that, and TJ and Cochrane, he got ahead of them. And he's just made it his own. And look, I didn't see it, man. I saw those VFL games. He didn't show much. He took a couple of intercepts here and there, but it's not like he was dominating or anything,
I mean, technically, I did. It's just I was so hesitant to just pull the trigger on it though, because that's why I kept going. Oh, this guy could be Murphy, but then it could be Charlie Dean, and it's like,
listen,
Shorty, so like, you just don't know.
Shorty, mate. Look, you can't say that now. Oh, you're going to claim it now?
No, absolutely. People can back me up in the chat. Absolutely.
You didn't put it in the vault, mate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is that the difference? I mean, people can go back and watch the VFL streams because that was the whole thing. What made me so hesitant on it because, again, like when you make these calls, like you just don't want to necessarily be wrong, but because I wanted so bad to say, oh, this guy can be Murphy, but then when we had guys like Charlie Dean and stuff, and it's like, well, fuck, I see Charlie Dean too, and then it's like, well, what if he is Charlie Dean and I'm just hyping this kid up for no fucking reason? Obviously he's going to be good now, and thankfully for all that he's we've got a good player in our hands. But I mean, I didn't see in terms of the Nick Maxwell comparison because I think he's also better than Nick Maxwell as well. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming. But again, how can you until you actually see him in a game like what we had last few weeks? But Nah, he's Maxwell and Murphy all over. Just a combination of the two for sure.
And he's got a good height on him too, mate. 196 centimeters. It's a good height, mate. You know, he's not going to be fucking found, like being too small or something like that.
Well, speaking about the vault, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it a few times now, so I might as well put it in the vault. You ready?
Yeah. Yep.
Darcy Moore will go back to his best next year because he's now finally got his Murphy replacement in puncher.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Moore will be back to his best because of puncture.
Yeah.
All right.
Because he's now got his Murphy. He's got his Murphy replacement now.
Does this make us not have to go for a Butts now or a Ballard?
I don't think Ballard's going to be that expensive. I feel like you could get Ballard for a 3rd round pick still, and because. I mean, I even said this today with when we were watching the game and stuff that I kind of have to remind myself that we still have Reef on our playing list.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even then, it's do we then go get a Butts and a Ballard? Because I mean, even when you look at his stats, Reef wasn't that bad as a forward. Do we just want Reef back in the forward line?
Exactly, man. I loved him as a forward, mate. He'd kick his 2-3 goals, man.
Yeah.
But I think it was out of necessity we tried Reef at the back. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It was necessity.
No, but also
blood someone. Yeah.
But also, so hypothetically, let's just say we get Butters and stuff, and our midfield gets better with Lockie Neal as well. You throw Reef forward. Does Reef become a better forward?
Yeah, maybe.
Because the ball movement's better.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
Yeah.
Interesting times coming ahead. Okay. And all right, we've gone through everyone. All right. I'm going to bring in Mr. Talbot. He's going to make us lift. Chrissy.
Fucking lift! Fucking lift, mate! Fucking lift!
How are you, buddy?
Down your fucking shit. Fraser, you fucking shit. You can all fucking shut the fuck up. You won 6 games and you bet no one fucking good? You almost lost to Richmond and Essendon, so you're fucking shit. So shut the fuck up, you dumb wankers.
Tell us how you really feel, Chris.
I've fucking been thinking that. Carlton shit. What they've been all saying they're all good. What we heard Rocco come on here on Thursday say how Carlton's fucking back. Oh, yeah, and then how'd you play against Richmond and Essendon? How'd you play against that? You play fucking shit.
But, Chris, technically Carlton are back. They're back to being shit.
Yeah, but they were bragging about they were back.
Yeah, they're back to being shit. That's right.
What about what he said to you, Mick? What about Rocco said to you on Thursday? Oh, we're back. We're going to smash you. We're going to beat you.
Yeah.
How'd you play?
They're smashing nothing, mate.
Fucking shit. Yeah.
You're back to being shit, and that's wonderful.
Yes.
Can't be back. You were never there.
Hey guys,
Mick, I was reading the comments on the Jumper Punch. They were saying trade Mackay. They were saying trade Mackay. We want Ben King. They were bagging everyone. All the comments was fucking negative as hell.
I can't wait to.
Loving it. Weren't you loving it, Void? You were watching it too.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was funny because last week they were all going to win fucking Copelands and Brownlows and Norm Smiths.
Yeah. I'll be entertaining myself tomorrow. I'm working a night shift tomorrow night, and I'll be entertaining myself listening to that, mate. Hey guys, I'm just gonna refill my coffee. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, cool.
Hilarious stuff. Yeah, you don't want to be like Carlton's people. You've got to measured with the criticisms, not like these wild swings, like bipolar swings, where you like, fucking 1 week they're the best in the world, the next week, get rid of them all.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because a couple of years
They're the most
ago,
delusional supporters in the world.
It was
the
always
most delusional.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, a couple of years ago, it was always 6 weeks on the dot. They would have something that it would be the complete opposite. So there you go. They've improved. They've gone from 6 weeks to 1 week within the span of 3 years.
And that's why Fraser doesn't want the job.
Yeah.
Fraser knows they'd be gunning for him as soon as they're already gunning for him, and he's not even. He's just the interim coach.
No, but also I think people underestimate how smart Fraser is. Like, it's actually one of the reasons why he was like a number 1 pick, because he was actually a ruckman that wasn't really like a ruckman, I guess, when he was like getting drafted at the time. Because if you actually, because I saw, not that I was like that old or anything like that, but I remember watching some like draft interviews of him when he was 18 years old, and just the way he like spoke and stuff, and you could just tell the media was eating all of it up, because they were all like, "Oh, God, it's 200 centimeters, and he can speak well." It was as if it was like they were saying something that they hadn't seen before. And I guess maybe it was this impression that anyone over 200 centimeters was just dumb and stupid, I guess, or just wasn't educated.
He could have been so much better. He was. We cooked him. Sadly. He got chucked in the ruck basically like immediately.
Yeah.
And he was just his career was just it's sad because he really wasn't a ruckman. He probably would have been.
Ted coming through, he's more of a key forward.
Yeah.
Fraser,
you know what? He actually was almost like a midfielder. He was like a 200 centimeter midfielder. Like he could run like the wind.
Yeah.
Who's this?
I'll just say we cooked Josh Fraser as a player a little bit.
Oh yeah. He wasn't. He didn't have the body to be a main ruckman, and we threw him into the furnace, man.
Yeah.
He got fucking monstered, mate. Yeah.
So, like, if we waited, say, 3-4 years, even if we made him like a third tall in the forward line, do you reckon he would have had a better career?
Yeah, he filled out eventually. He got bigger. Maybe around like 2007, 2008, he started to. His body looked a bit broader, but yeah, he was a second ruck. He was a chop out ruck. Really, should have played more forward.
Was he sort of like a Luke Jackson sort of type? You reckon?
Probably not as explosive. Like Luke Jackson looks kind of like a powerful unit. Fraser never looked powerful, did he, Mick? He never.
Nah.
He sort of looked. He looked delicate, but he could run. He could kick the ball 60 meters.
Yeah.
He was handy. He was handy when like resting forward. He would give you a couple of goals here and there. But But the thing was with Fraser, his junior years apparently were like fucking above elite, if that's possible. What kind of thing? Like destroying teams, yeah. And then he just could not replicate it in the seniors. But he had you could say he had a good career, yeah. Not successful, but a good career.
He played good in that first grand final.
Yeah, kicked an important goal near the end. But once again, he was up against fucking Clark Keating. He was an absolute fucking battering ram monster, mate.
There's a good interview with him if anyone hasn't seen it on might have been, I wonder if it was Dylan Friends or something, but it was like a 1 hour interview. Really good. It was did it about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Talks
It'll be
all about
interesting.
getting left out of the side in 2010 and
Okay. Yeah.
how he felt about it. And
Yeah, but look, I understand he would have felt, aggrieved and stuff. But mate, if there was some way of him kind of looking at it from, you know, from outside the square kind of thing, Darren Jolly was the man, mate. You're not fucking even, Jolly was an elite fucking ruckman that fucking fit perfectly in that jigsaw puzzle, and it's just the way it was, man. Yeah. Fucking, I wonder how they're feeling now about Fraser. Yeah, oh fucking, Fraser, he's going to take us to the promised land, mate. Yeah, no worries, mate.
What were they saying? What were they
This
saying?
is reality.
Chris?
This is reality.
What were they saying about Fraser?
Sack him! Get rid of him!
I didn't really see about Fraser. They were just they were bagging Mackay. They were bagging. They were saying, they were bagging that young kid they just drafted, Jager Smith. They were bagging
no.
They were saying we should get Ben King. I don't know. I didn't see what they were saying. I want to see it tomorrow what they said about Fraser. If they think she should get the job or not. I was going to ask, did any of you watch the of Fly tonight?
Nah.
In the presser? Nah. I'm not going to put it on. I can't be fucked. Fuck. No. It's more entertaining when we lose and we play it, yeah? When we win, it's just going to be cliche upon cliche.
We bag
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, just the last few minutes I've been watching some highlights of Mitch Lewis. I'm really starting to turn on it now.
Yeah, he's growing on you.
Yeah. Because I've always said that he's actually a really good player on the park. It's really the injuries that I've had to consider. So I just hope he's not that, that Kruger-like tease. And but again, there's even the highlights he had last year where he even had some finals. He actually kicked the first goal against Geelong in the finals, the finals game they played. So when he's kicking those goals, he's kicking them in big moments. He's even that mixed day type of. Yeah, he might kick you 2 or 3 goals, but every time he kicks a goal, it's when you desperately need it. So yeah, I'm sort of. Yeah, and again, you get him in cheap because he's got that injury history, and and if he's going to be that 4th or 5th option as a forward, so he's not getting a game every week.
Yeah, but the thing is, sure. But you're saying we're getting Mitch Lewis cheap, yeah? We're not the only ones that would be interested in him. So 900K is not cheap, man. We're probably playing.
Well, at the moment, I've only heard us. I've only heard us who are into him. We're the only one that's into him, I've heard.
Yeah, but there's other key forwards as well. There's Amadi, there's obviously King, there are some key forward options out there. And it also depends on because I think as well too, and I mean obviously I'd have to know him personally to know this, but I'm wondering if Mitch Lewis is the type to where, he wants to be respected in terms of in terms of his positioning in his career, but wouldn't he also want to go to a contender as well? Because you can look at it in the sense of maybe he just wants to get a game somewhere, but I don't know. He kind of comes across as a guy that's very competitive, so he'd want to go to a team that's competing. To a team where he's going to get a game every week, but he'd also want to go to a team that's going to compete for a flag. He seems that sort of type because you see him on field. He's aggressive. He's competitive. I feel like he'd want a team that's similar in that sort of aspect. If it was say Essendon wanted to throw money at him, I feel like he'd probably just say no. If you know what I mean. So, because really, as much as it is,
that's the question you could ask. Why would he want to leave Hawthorn then?
Because he's being squeezed out through selection. Because you've got Gunson, you've got Chol, you've got Kal Shadir. I'm mean, I'm only going off the top of my head, but they have enough key forwards where he can theoretically be pushed out.
Hey, Voidor, you would know this, being an agent from Essendon. What's the 2 meter Peter situation?
He's got one. I think he's got 1 year left of a contract.
Oh, okay.
Look, I don't think he's going anywhere, but
No.
But it would be. I was just thinking before, wouldn't it be funny if somehow Carlton got Ben Mackay and Harry Mackay together?
Oh, please make it happen. Please.
I love that.
Oh,
I love that.
make it happen, mate. Both of them up forward
Twins playing
too,
for
mate.
Carlton, that would be awesome.
Oh.
That'd be awesome.
No, but isn't
Rocco,
Ben
not that.
the
Rocco
defender
would
though?
love that.
So Ben would play defence and Harry forward.
Yeah, but they've been trying him up forward now.
No, but they've made him into a forward now. They've made him into a forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now they've got to chuck him back because he had a
Essendon
bad
week.
game in the VFL last week. He only got 2 disposals in the VFL.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I really feel.
Yeah.
He's lost it altogether.
How does it feel, Void? How does it feel having to comfort Ray on a weekly basis for it's been years now? Yeah, you must be the most considerate partner. Like, you do you get to take the piss, or do you have to always be nice? Like,
oh look, I don't take the piss ever.
No.
I actually no. I tell a lie. I take the piss more about the decisions the club's making.
Okay.
I don't take the piss because they're losing. More like this is the like it's actually been 10, 15 years where it always complains. Essendon always recruit these same type of fucking players all the time, and they've got these reputations. And but we've got this guy and we've got that guy, and they end up playing 200 games and they don't do anything for 200 games.
Yeah. I just love to be like a fly on the wall every time when you complain about Collingwood only finished 6th this year. Fuck.
Yeah.
And then Ray's just sitting in the background being like, must be nice.
She loves Collingwood. She loves Collingwood a lot though. I think she gets a vicarious thrill.
Lloyd, do you know if Bomb if that Florence okay?
Who? Sorry, mate.
What was that, Chris?
Do you know if that Bomber Bandit's coming back and that Florence all right after what's that I want to know if that Bomber, that Florence, that once the Bomber Bandit is all right. She lost someone in her family.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she's got some of her the guys that pop on her fan cams have taken over the channel while she's away.
Oh, okay. Are you talking about the Bomber Banter channel? Okay, all right.
Yeah, she's pulled it off the last week or so. But
the girl lost someone in her family.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, Bombers. Their VFL's doing really well though, which is crazy.
Yeah, been in the senior team.
Yeah, their VFL. It's funny. Even when players get dropped, they play better in the. Everyone's playing awesome in the VFL, but when they play in the seniors, they're just something must be up there. But yeah, it's been tough.
Imagine getting dropped.
I don't get that. Why is that?
It's going to play reserves.
I don't get that.
She looks forward to the reserves more than the seniors.
And you look at their VFL team; they're much better. Aren't they in the fight? Aren't they in the top 8 void?
I think they're close. Yeah, because they've got guys like Jade Gresham and those sorts of players, and that are all in the VFL. So they're sort of ripping it up in the VFL. Those sorts of guys. But yeah, but it's never been like this. Like they've either not made finals before or whatever, but they've never been. I think the top up, the Saga and the top-up players, that was probably like the nadir of Essendon. And I think now is maybe even on a par or worse. They're all almost the Fitzroy level of like one game in a year, you know.
Yeah. Is she an advocate for James Hird?
Not really.
No.
I think they're all relenting slowly because I think they realise that that he's sort of the club's gotten so bad that it's like he's the only one that's putting his hand up to actually do it.
Yeah.
I think there's a part of them that like they all like him, but I think that they're a bit skeptical of the decision that club always makes to sort of wed itself to the past the way they do. Yeah.
Well, we know he's pushing for it, Kevin Sheedy. He's pushing for it all the time. He wants James O back.
And why is Sheedy even there? And that's the thing. Like, talking to Paul about it last night. I mean, imagine if like Malthouse was weighing in on Collingwood matters or something. It's the only ex-coach that still has like a say in shit at the club.
Oh yeah, on Lucas's stream last night. I wasn't listening, but I listened to a bit of it earlier today. He's hijacked it.
I heard about this.
Yeah.
What you did last night, Voidoid, with theme songs.
His mate Kiri must be spewing, mate. We've got a Geelong channel and all these Collingwood guys have just jumped off, mate.
Yeah. It was actually kind of funny because towards the end I was just like, hey Lucas, you're just not beating the allegations.
I played the Luke Ball goal from 2011 prelim as well.
Yeah.
Just the audio. Didn't want to get his channel anything happened to his channel.
So before next week's game against Adelaide, I'm trying to get an Adelaide supporter, but I don't think I'm going to be successful. I'll throw some feelers out to some of their channels, but we'll see what happens.
Mark Neville.
There you go. Mark Neville, if you're listening.
Technically, you could get Lucas's mum to come on.
Mark Neville. Mark Neville would be perfect.
So I was thinking, we can get Lucas's mum.
But Lucas said,
or Lucas himself. Lucas himself can represent Adelaide. And that way...
No. The mum has to come on.
Yeah.
No, she's actually good value.
Yeah, she's good.
I've actually heard her speak. She's a bit... I mean, I don't know if we should...
Is she one-eyed? Is she one-eyed?
Yeah, but and she's pretty passionate. Like she's a big nuffy, but she's good though.
All right. So Voidoid is going to have a spat with Lucas's mum next week.
I can't wait to watch that. You're going to do it, Voidoid? You're going to have a spat with Lucas's mum?
I think next week's. I think it's a bye for me next week.
Yeah.
Can't be spat with Mrs. Lucas.
Come on,
nah. Interesting game next week, eh? 5-day break. They've also got a 5-day break. They're coming back from Sydney. Was it? Who did they play? Who did they just play? Sydney, yeah? And they beat them. They beat Sydney away.
So, they played Sydney the day before. They played them on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Charlie Curnow, I think, didn't kick a goal.
There you go.
I
wonder who beat him.
Are we doing the VFL on this Friday?
Let me see, man. I'm looking at my work schedule. Depends what time it is. Is it a day game?
Yeah, it's actually 12:05. I'm actually seeing it now.
No, I can't do it, man. So if you want to get up, organise it with Matt. or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working that day. I'm not taking a day off for the VFL.
No, not for the VFL. No, I wouldn't. Yeah, if you were going to do it, I'd just say no, don't do it.
Yeah, like I take days. If our seniors are playing, like I took a day off tonight. I should be working tonight.
No, like seniors is different, but VFL especially.
Yeah.
Imagine if you took a day off and we lost by like 80 points plus or something.
Collingwood VFL sounds like a perfect watch along for the Geelong zone.
Yeah.
Get Lucas to start watching the Collingwood games. That
I was going to ask you about that.
We should actually create a channel called the Collingwood Zone. Just have it.
I was going to ask you about that, Mick. About selection next week. Who do you think comes in next week?
It's an interesting one, Chrissy.
Do you think we'll make any change of Radley? Like on a 5-day break?
Yeah.
Do we think he can also play next week? Because he came off with that, wrist or something?
Who's that?
Stewart.
Yeah. Quainer.
Quainer.
Yeah, we got Quainer.
Yeah, because he went to the bench at some point in the game.
He hurt his wrist.
Yeah, so that might be checked out, and he might.
And then
I don't know if that's just going to be
Josh. Yeah. Josh was injured too.
Yeah. Look, the definite in is Jeremy Howe, and one of Sidey and Pendles are going to get rested. You just know that's going to happen. So that's how we in for one of those two, and then you just got to. I can't see anyone getting dropped apart from those two.
I'd say you'd rest Pendles just because I think Sidey would suit Adelaide better. Because also as well, he had such a good job going forward. But I mean, why is the club so allergic to just throwing Sidey forward?
Yeah.
Just
I know.
Wouldn't it just be awesome if the club could just have 24/7 communication with the fans, and we could literally just ask a question like, why hasn't? I know. Well, I mean, 24/7 is probably a bit, that's a bit too much. But like, just have an open dialogue and just say, hey, can you tell us why Sidey's not playing forward this season? Because you did it in the qualifying final. Did he get 3? Did he get 3 in the qualifying final?
Yeah.
It's like why? So why haven't we tried it at any point this season? Because for the 20 minutes that he's been a forward this year, he's kicked 2 or 3 goals. So I don't understand why we not doing that more.
Yeah,
makes no sense.
Gentlemen, I'm going to nip it in the bud.
Yep.
It's been a long day. Yeah. There you go. Paul's saying maybe he could be the secret weapon for September. Speaking of secret weapons, it could be that Sidey up forward. It could be Pezza in the midfield. Who knows?
Or we get Jared Blair out of retirement to be our ruckman.
Jared Blair at centre half forward.
Centre half back.
But I don't mind winning.
He can take over the Houston role.
I don't mind winning, getting on a little bit.
Would you bring in Hayes next week, Mick?
Hold on, Chrissy.
He could come.
What were you saying, Boyd?
I was just saying I don't mind that we're on a winning streak and the media is not really onto it that much.
Yeah. I'm loving the fact that after we were getting pilloried by opposition supporters that we had no kids. All right, now Carlton fans, because I've just been scrolling through the Big Footy Carlton chat, and they're saying, where did Collingwood find these youngsters from out of nowhere? It's like, Mate, they're not out of nowhere, mate. You guys were just fucking fixated on us being fucking geriatrics, mate. But, you know, because they're looking at Charlie West after they had to watch Charlie West take these clunkers, and they're thinking to themselves, where the fuck did they find this bloke from, you know? And they're looking at Puncher, you know, and fucking, you know, Ed Allen, and thinking, what the fuck's going on here? How come our youngsters aren't this good? And we've had all these fucking early peaks, you know?
Yeah. Especially as well, especially as well, because I just find it hilarious how it's like they'll basically, you know, or you know, for someone like myself, where like I'll go on a rant being like, hey, play these kids are fucking good. But then you have these like Carlton supporters about, oh, just shut up. Like they're obviously not good enough for a reason, blah, blah. But then they play and they come good in there. And it's like, oh, where did these kids come from? Yeah, well, no fucking shit. Like I've been saying this for fucking years. And now that they're actually like being played, now they're actually good. And now you know that they exist. Like, yeah, it's just frustrating.
It is the only silver lining when they've had to wait a bit for their opportunity. You know, they've had to string a few VFL games together for whatever, a year to whatever it is. I think in Swaddling says 12. At least when they come in, they make an impact. Like because imagine if tonight was like Westie's first game and Carlton would have given you shit. The supporters would have given you shit if he had flopped in his first game. Yeah, and he comes in tonight and he's comfortable at the level, looks ready to go now after, you know, learning a few tricks in the reserves and having a few tastes at senior level. Now he looks impressive when they've first encountered him.
Yep. Good night, Peter. Paul. Thanks for joining us, mate. I'm going to nip it in the bud because the eyelids are starting to get really heavy. Thanks, gentlemen, for joining me tonight. And I'll got to work out with Matt what's going to happen next Wednesday because I know he does his Oppo show. We'll work it out. We're not going to overlap. Work something out.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone in the chat. The Pies are on a fantastic streak, and now we're going to play some big boys. And I'll tell you what, we get the chocolates over Adelaide. Suddenly the narrative fucking changes, mate. You know, but it's got to get done before we say anything. But at the end of the day, we've won 5 in a row. We beat the old enemy, and that's all that counts, mate. You know, we had to win this game at least. Yeah, just fucking the old enemy. We got them. They're our bunnies. They've been our bunnies for fucking ages. We had to listen to their shit on Thursday night. We had to listen to Rocco. I'm confident. Yeah, you're confident, mate. No worries, buddy.
What's funny is they probably won't even make a wild card now.
Yeah. And we're responsible.
Don't make me happy. Don't make me happy.
Kicking them out, mate. Yeah. Yeah. All right, gents. I'm going to end it now.
Right,
thanks so much, guys. You guys have a good rest. Have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll catch us during the week. Carla Pies.
Go Pies.
Carla Pies. Go Pies.